All right, so maybe I'm going a little crazy, but after talking with Southern Comic Geek yesterday, I realized that I need to clean up and organize my CLZ. So, I'm stuck in the house. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you guys want to come hang out as well, we can do that too. But let's do the intro and then we'll get into it. All right, so here is my CLZ, and I will, I guess, do this. Do this, do this, do this. All right, so we'll take a look. I entered pretty much everything here, but the thing is, over the past few weeks and months, I've sold some stuff, and I'm kind of getting towards the feeling that I want to really, really trim the excess out of it. Really trim the excess out of it. Oh, he called me Nikki. I actually hate that. I actually hate that. Hope you're feeling well. If you guys feel the need, hit me up on Instagram. You guys can come hang out. But we'll go through this. So I was at a con yesterday, and I'm talking to Jason, and I was telling him, I'm kind of getting in. I'm starting to feel the way. Yes, love when my people are here. Flash, what's going on, dude? Just to kind of get rid of what I don't want anymore, and really start focusing on the things that make me happy. All right. It's always been collect your way. I really just have to organize, make sure everything is up to date, what I want to get rid of, what I want to sell, what I want to keep. So what do we have here? How many do we have? I think there's close to 4,000 books. I think that equates to 14 long boxes. I do have 5 or 6 short boxes that I keep for stuff that I'm trying to grade, stuff that I'm speccing on, stuff that I need to press. So I figured there's nothing to do, nothing else to do. I don't really feel like watching TV, and let's just be constructive. Figure out what's what I want to keep, and then, basically start over. Do I really want to do this, though? Because it was such a pain in the ass to do it the first time. But I guess if you're going to have it, you got to have it correct. So, we'll start at the beginning. Yeah, but it's also kind of cathartic too, because you feel good knowing your stuff is right and knowing you're working towards a goal. So we'll start at Machine Man, which I am keeping, and we'll go all the way down to Youngblood, Strike File. And can we do this? Can we even do this? I don't even know if we can do that. See, it's ready. Yeah, that's true. That's true. This way you avoid buying doubles of books. You never miss out on something. And you know what's funny? I never really used the mobile app. So I guess, yeah, let's get it parallel across everything. Yeah, you can do it. Jesus Christ. You need to be logged into your... All right, so I thought I was logged in. All right, so if you've never logged into CLZ, I think it's... I forget how much a month. $3 a month, $7 a month. Look at it. Yep. 3,952 removals. I'll sync it with the cloud, so this way it's good on my phone. And in preparation for the garage sale tomorrow. All right, so what I'm going to access first is this first long box, and these first couple of long boxes are stuff that I've loved since I was a kid, and that I know for sure I'll be keeping. Not necessarily huge keys, but just stuff that I've read from a kid, or things that I really appreciate now. My man, Tapia, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah. I guess it'll make me feel better too. So, all right. So we're gonna start. Alpha Flight. I go alphabetically, at least for the first couple of issues. And this issue was one of my favorites. Got a little music in the background. John Byrne, one of my favorites. So, yeah, this was a no-brainer for me to get. And this was given to me by Chip Gettler. A-OK to me by Chip Gettler. So, thank you very much, Chip. Ultimately, I want to get this one slabbed. Alpha Flight 1. Alpha Flight 3, just a dope cover I always love. Kind of like that negative space going on with Aurora. And nothing big. I just remember having this one as a kid. So for those who've never used CLZ before, you got a couple of different ways to add comics. Is this still going on? All right, I guess you can't add shit until this is done. So we'll plug some stuff. Community garage sale tomorrow with me, Roscoe, Chef Boyar Pre, TCU Gamer, Dell of Suspense, and last but not least, Austin LeMay, who will be raffling off number 2 of 25, opening the vaults and allowing some lucky winner out there to get the last Something is Killing the Turtles signed, remarked, and just straight fire. Bid starting at $1. And as we listen to some corny license-free music. But this one is a whole mix of, this box, whole mix of issues that I've had as a kid, issues I can't do without, Marvel, DC issues that I've had since I was a little boy. You know, and even though some of the stuff is hot, like this one, I remember reading this when I was a kid. I just keep it. So we go from that to some covers that are banging, some JR goodness. Some recent pickups that I've wanted for the collection. Some John Jang bangers. And other books that might be causing a commotion now. This book was made in 2021. Crane homage. No acetate. I got the real one, so no biggie. I see you, Jason. This is actually your fault. This is your fault that I've deleted all my comics from CLZ and starting over again. What's going on? my third favorite, no, fifth or sixth favorite Australian. We'll just say you're in the top 10. Back with me. Of course. No.
It sound right, boy.
All right, so I think CLZ is cleared out. So let's get to it. I mean, people who I know. People I know. Australians that I know, Mike. I don't know Paul Hogan. I know he's a national treasure over there, but I used to date a really curvy girl, called her UF4. She was all ass and dates. Haha, he's feeling good. He's feeling good. He's feeling good. All right, 612 left to go. We'll put this over there. See? We'll get the countdown, so to speak. But if you guys want to hop on, come hang out for a while, sharing my misery, let me know. I'll send you the link. And in the meantime, we'll set it up. I know Scott Hoarder's Hide uses another cataloging thing, but to me that interface was a little weird, a little clunky. This one just felt a little bit better. The UI was a little bit better for me. I mean, it's not really perfect yet either. There are some things I would change, but yeah. And I don't like having to pay monthly for it or yearly, having a yearly subscription or yearly license, because I know all this hard work goes away if I don't want to pay for it again. But until they offer a lifetime membership, I guess this is the way I'm stuck. All right, last couple. Yeah. All right, we're back to zero. Better yet, let's just do this. I'll pin this comment. Anybody wants to hang out. And we'll close this. Close this. Open up another one of those. And like I said, I'm bored as hell. And I'm here watching kids, so. Pin it. Good to go. Good to go. All right, and let's start. Really simple, really easy to do. All right, usually add issue. It'll give you the whole different, whatever variants there are out there. Direct, newsstand, Canadian price. It'd really be fitting to get a Canadian price variant. So, all right, and down here are your tabs. I guess you guys can't see this because it's on my main screen. There you go. This one is going to be in my forever collection. So, but here you have the option to add it for sale, add it to your wish list, what you want, add it if you bought it and it's on the way in the mail, add to if you bought it, sold it, and want to keep it in the collection, add it to not in the collection. Yeah, and I don't know about you guys. First of all, what's up, Tate? What are you going on? I'm tired of the talk. I'm tired of the talk from people who have been there. I think Andy's last video, Comic Man Andy's video, put a nice little bow on it. In dealing what he's dealing with CGC Go. That is a necessary video. Go check that one out. But I'm tired of people who weren't there dealing with 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th accounts, your comments, whatever. Listen, I got it straight from the horse's mouth, a.k.a. Chip Getler. All hail Chip. And I'm done with it. All right, so we're gonna add this one to my collection. All right, and then it pops up the details here. All right, what I want to do is I always think that I'm going to be slabbing stuff and hopefully get 9/8 on everything. I mean, that's essentially what I want for my collection. What I'm keeping forever, if it's financially possible, I want it to be slabbed in a 9/8. That's just me. That's just me. All right, storage box I'm going to keep out of because I'm always shuffling my stuff around. So I'm going to keep all this stuff up. It's just pre-filled. I'm going to keep 9/8 CGC, all this other good stuff. Not when I bought it or whatever. So add it to collection. All right. You can also, if you have a lot of collections, a lot of issues in one collection, you can choose to do it by a series and do it that way. All right. Alpha Flight 3, John Byrne. Again, one of the covers I love. I don't know why it keeps popping up over here. Add it to collection. Alpha Flight 15. And this happens to be the Newsy. Again, all right, let me rephrase that. Any of the ones that were particularly special to me or hold particular value to me, those are the ones I'm going to keep. Those are the ones I'm going to keep. Those are the ones I want in a 9/8. All right, so we'll get to this. We'll add to that. Next one's up. Ones I want from my collection is going to be the seminal classic Batman The Dark Knight by Frank Miller. I only have issues 3 and 4 right now, but I'm going to get 1 and 2 soon. Both of these are first prints. I was able to get a good deal at eBay, so let's add those as well. Now, I don't know how forgiving CLZ when it comes to typos or what it needs to see, but you know, it picks up pretty much. It guesses where you want to get. So, Dark Knight 3 and 4. You know, but it also pull Legends of the Dark Knight. There you go. The Surfer, what's going on? You know, and as a kid in Brooklyn, my dad used to take me to the beach, Reese Park, exit 11, right off the Bell Parkway. And when he was in Vietnam, he was stationed over in Hawaii. And I know you guys don't want to say this, but I'm trying to tie it into how I learned about surfing. So while he was over there in Hawaii, starting another family I didn't know about until I was 15, he took me surfing every now and again at Reese Beach. And then the waves in New York, definitely not the waves in Hawaii, but 3-4 foot swells. We used to boogie board, and I fell in love with surfing. So check out a surfer. He's got some awesome videos. One the other day that just really set my calm. Just a beautiful panoramic view of stuff. Go check out a surfer. All right, next one up. Wizard World, Battle of the Planets convention exclusive. Again, Battle of the Planets, one of my favorites from childhood. I remember watching it on Channel 5. No, my father was there, a surfer, and I have stepsisters on the Big Island in Hilo. So, all right, so let's add Battle of the Planets convention. All right, and the thing about this one too. Let me stop the music because this guy needs his proper. How are you doing today, sir?
Well, I'm doing well, sir. I see you had the link out there, so I was like, shoot, a chance with Mr. Nick's Kicks and Comics. I got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, I have to be a little bit wary with Mr. Remy Q on today because I sent something his way yesterday.
Oh, you mean this? This little thing with my favorite Star Wars character, shirtless.
I couldn't wait till you got this thing, and I'm sorry I missed the live because I was out yesterday with Mr. Comic Geek, Southern Comic Geek at a convention close to my house. But
This is the thing. After the first package that I received from DJ, and then the next day I get a package from you. I'm sorry, 2 days later I get a package from you. Unexpected. I had
knew something was up. You had to know something
stink when I grabbed this package, and I was like, okay. But no, I didn't expect this, sir.
And the thing was, I was enjoying it because I knew you kind of felt like a little angry, like this, what is this guy sending me? But then, as the show went on, you took the power from me because you started to enjoy the blanket.
It
was nice and soft.
No, it's nice. Oh yeah, it's the softest blanket we have in the house. Like I was like, hey everybody, check this out. And you know what? No, nobody else in the house is the wiser. They have no clue. It's Star Wars. They're like, oh great, yeah. So no, that's cool. I'm a Kylo Ren fan. I love it. Love this guy. So jealous of him. Look at his handsome face.
Yeah, for me, I'm more partial to the one where he's got kind of like wet hair and looks all steely and emo.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then
sorry, didn't mean to derail the show.
No, not at all, not at all. And I meant to share this with you. I was waiting for Remy's place a little later tonight. I was going to share the same thing, but as I saw you started to enjoy the blanket and put used to it, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should have opted for the Kylo Ren scented candle instead. But
I just can't believe it's out there. Oh, I do have a question though.
Yes, sir.
Did you design this or did you find this? You found this?
No, there is a legion.
No way somebody made this.
A legion of people out there just like yourself who love Kylo Ren.
Oh, God. Yeah, once I saw the picture of the whole thing, I looked at it and I was like, I think he just chopped this together real quick and like had somebody make this. Just couldn't. I was surprised. Again, just like the pop. I can't believe that this is out there. That's what's amazing. Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, Mike. Yes, I am.
Yes, and I believe Remy did thank Mr. Driver for his military service. So
yes,
I'm just going to say there is also many, many, many more Kylo Ren shirtless products that are out there on Amazon. Hit me up on Instagram if you guys need a certain address to send it to. I'll be sure.
No, we're good. We're good. Trust me. This wonderful soft blanket. Again, this one alone here. This is what does it.
Yeah.
I want you to imagine. It doesn't because I'm real big on the. I mean, I think it's well known out there. I get home, the pants come off, right? So I lounge. I'm comfortable. Hey, yeah, I keep it comfortable. But yeah, watching TV, playing video games, laying in the bed, watching Nick's Kicks and Comics or whoever it is at that time. I'm gonna be snuggled up with my Kylo Ren
blanket. Absolutely. I mean, even here in Texas, where the temperatures reach 100 degrees for like 60 straight days, you put the AC on, you're sitting on the couch, you're watching whatever, and
just lounging, relaxing.
So there you go. Kyle, how are you doing, sir? And I have to say, you are looking like a wild man with that beard and that.
I was gonna say the beard has got
what's going on
big
there?
Now.
I never had a haircut.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to come over by me, I can give you one just like mine. I can shape that beard up too if you want. That's what I did for Tyler. Tyler came over to my house. He's like, I want to be just like that. And the Marvel hat
All in
too.
the back. I gotta get rid of all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that beard is impressive.
Only going so. This is closer.
Well,
Here.
That's awesome.
Like I told Remy, winter is coming, so the beard is appropriate, sir. And you're gonna have it nice and long by the time winter gets around. I think I might start doing the same thing. I might start doing.
Hey, you know what? I'll do the same thing. We'll see how far I get with it. So,
have you ever? I know you've had it longer. Do you, or does Miss Angel make you chop it off?
oh, I can't. No, this is about as good as it gets right here. Yeah, I can't fill in anything over here.
Yeah,
it's like that's no joke. Like, I mean, arms, like I'm smooth everywhere. I don't know. I can't grow hair anywhere. This is what I got right here. I got a little bit right here and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully I'm not a hairy guy either. And Mr. Beckerman, I know you're trying to get in, but you need to connect the camera, my man. But I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. It's awesome. It's always great to have friends around as you make the leap into insanity and try to recatalog your entire comic book collection.
I tell you, I'm learning something here, sir, because that is something that I lack in for sure. You know, I know my boxes and that's it. So if I need to find something, I know it's in this general area, and that's about as good as I can get it.
With Miss Angel getting her own long box too, I guess you're gonna want to know what's what.
That's what I mean. Apparently, I'm gonna have to start organizing it. So,
what's what?
Yeah, I'm learning something here.
So when I got back into collecting comics again, I didn't really feel the need in the beginning to do something like this, and especially not to pay for it. I think that was the part of it. Let's see, this Australian guy can get his act together. But CLZ, I was like, I'm not paying $8 a month to have my collection in the cloud or whatever. But come around Christmas time, they offer deals and whatnot. And I figured, why not? If it's gonna be like $20 for the year, sure, why not? So
that's not bad.
This is where I'm at now. And in talking to SCG yesterday, it just comes a time that I feel smothered by my collection or smothered by the extras in my collection. So
now, is that something that you can you put that in like a link tree thing or is it not?
Yeah, actually you can share what's out there. I have shared it. I don't know how functional it is.
That's what I mean. Is it something that other people can't manipulate type of deal? Because like I remember when DJ was talking about trying to get his what's he picking up now? Tails? Is it Tails or
I think it's Tails.
Yeah, Tails. And I was like, well, what do you, because he said, oh, I got 3. I was like, well, what do you have? Like I might have something I can pass along your way. But I don't know what he needs, you know what I mean? And I just thought that like if people had a way that they could put that in descriptions or something, it might help out.
Yeah, let's see.
With the community, you know what I mean? Just if somebody has a book that they know that person's looking for. I know Gray Man. I mean, gosh, when I found him 2 years ago, but he had like a website, and his website was like, yeah, these are all the books that I'm missing. And literally, I mean, he went through like everything that he was missing from certain runs that he was looking for. But I was like, well, that's actually pretty clever because, you know, in the event that somebody has something, they can just reach out to you and be like, yo, I got 2 of these or whatever. And
yeah, and I think there is a way. I don't think it updates. I think you may have to send a new link each time, but I've done it maybe once or twice.
I got you.
But yeah, it would be handy to do something like that.
I don't know. Maybe it's $1 million idea. If somebody out there can make this.
CLZ, if you're listening, that's the functionality Remy Q needs. So let's check it out. So
together, take notes and get in touch with your people.
Yeah, let's get the acquisition going, Chip, and then it'll all be one good thing. One good thing. How about you, Kyle? Kyle, do you connect? Do you like catalog your stuff, or you just keep everything? Hey, Mike, there you go.
Oh,
Did it work?
It worked. Third time's the charm.
Certainly did, sir. How are you doing today?
I only showed up for Remy.
I showed up. Nick's showing off his.
Hey, listen, if he just shows up for Remy, it's not Remy's channel. You know what I mean?
I'm out.
Wow.
I clicked on Nick's channel. I saw Alpha Flight, and I was like, "Well, shoot, I gotta get on this now."
I didn't even make your top 5 Australians, dude. I'm
Because, I
clearly
mean,
like
there really is. There's Simon, there's Lee, there's Captain Sorrow, there's even Spidey. I like. So
how
4
many
right there.
Gettlers did they bag? I bagged a Gettler.
See, you didn't even say it in an Australian accent.
Yeah, but see, this is
I just call that how I talk. How
This
I
is-
talk is Australian.
this is the only thing though, Beckerman. So you got a Gettler, but you got it before he was an endangered species. Now he's high profile, super endangered species.
The
like-
funny part is that entire 2-minute bit was shot in the most controversial line ever, and I managed to get none of the line. Like nothing useful. We were like,
nothing
oh,
useful from there.
we should check our video and see. No, not a damn thing.
Yeah,
It'd
but
be like,
if you caught his video today, Chip put out 2 videos today so far. The first one, he was at the Bill Sienkiewicz exhibit by his house, and I think Chip went out of his way to show where he was in line, just in case, lest there be any controversy. He showed where he was.
Shoot, I think I missed that one. I saw his comic book day haul.
Yep, and his
Yeah.
comic book day haul was hilarious because he made fun of the acetate,
Oh yeah,
and it's just he's
That was
he's
funny.
capitalizing.
I think you know what, of everybody that was in that line that is in some way involved with YouTube, I think I'm the only person who didn't make a video about it. You want
Wow.
to talk about being an endangered species?
that is true. I guess that is true.
You're
Look
about,
at this.
you're about the only one. But you know, it's starting to get to me that I'm seeing people who really have no business making videos.
Well,
Making videos.
so it's like I told that Thoros guy. Somebody shared him to me. I went on there. He just seems kind of butthurt 3 days later, still talking about the same thing that he wasn't even at. And I was just like, dude, I'm not as mad as you are. And I was in the actual line and got upcharged and got talked to rudely by the person working the booth. Like they were rude to my friend and I. And I'm not that mad. And then he just kind of was dismissive or whatever. And it's like, dude, pretty sure you're just what the kids call clout chasing.
No, but you know what? Too, he's been around for a while. He's got a pretty big following, and I think this weekend was a perfect storm to put a target on things that people really had a lot of feelings about prior to this. And this was just like the straw that broke the camel's back.
And I know certain people, Burke, thought I was a little rough on Comic Man Andy, but I really wasn't. I just had some questions I wanted to ask.
Nope. And if you haven't checked out Andy's video, Andy put out a good video yesterday, explaining his stance, and explaining on what's happening with the books now. And the times that I've met Andy Olson, I believe Andy to be a real straight up kind of guy. Fantastic.
And see, I didn't know him prior to this, so I don't mean to sound like a dick. I don't owe him anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, no.
he was unknown to me, and like there was just certain things in the Burke deal that I was like, yeah, you're not telling the whole story. Like I kind of had to drag it out of him that yes, his badges for him and his wife came from whatnot. You just be honest, man. If you're going for full transparency, there should have been a timeline. You should have set the timeline, and that was relevant information.
Yeah, I mean, again, you've been to a lot more cons than I have, Mike, and we all know that this is common practice.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm not joking or bragging when I say I don't want to say well, I'll use the word mooched. I have mooched my share of exhibitor passes over the years. The first 3 cons I went to with Panda, I either walked in through the back door or got an exhibitor pass to it. And one of them was like a $10 con, and Panda's like, you're not gonna buy a pass. It's like, I never buy a pass if I don't have to. If I know somebody in there, because I know how it is. If you buy a table to exhibit, you're allocated X amount of wristbands, bracelets, whatever, necklaces. You get so many per space. And I'm sure with the amount of real estate Whatnot picks up, C2E2 made it rain with exhibitor passes. But I just feel there was information that was relevant to it that he wasn't fully disclosing. Because you could tell when I asked him that question, he didn't want to say it, but he did. And hats off to him. The guy's not, I don't think he's a phony or any of that stuff. I just think
and he's a cool dude.
He seems like it. And he was honest, and I believe in everything he answered. But it didn't mean...
I was on a few streams with Andy before, but we did get to meet him actually at C2E2 last year.
Yep.
And he's definitely a good guy for sure.
Yeah, I don't got anything against him. I consider him to be of the crew he runs with. I consider him to be the most forthright.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it's just an unfortunate circumstances that a lot of good people became the targets. Had to deal with a lot of nonsense over then, but I'm over it. It's a comic. In the end, it's a comic book. Big deal.
It is. And my final comment is he does seem like a great guy. The one thing I would advise him, pick your friends a little better, because how these guys are behaving, it would make me reevaluate who I associated with.
Yeah, you know what? And it also the dynamic of adding money into the mix tends to ruin a lot of things. And honestly, there was a lot of money laid out in those first 5 or 6 customers. So
I'm well aware. I watched some of that money get spread around. Like I watched Skeff pay for his order.
Yeah, and I mean, Skeff is a guy who's doing this for a living. He's doing this to feed his family. And honestly, I'd buy as many copies as I possibly could afford. So, but whatever, man.
Yeah, let's move on.
Hey, Mike, how do you catalog your collection?
So I started and I gave up. I'm grandfathered in on CLZ. So I will use them because it's free to me. I don't have to ever pay a monthly or yearly membership. I bought in when they beta tested. And let's see what I got logged in there. I was just going to start logging with you.
Sorry, Nick. Sorry, Nick. That's a must-have, though. Yep.
I think I got this from Cole.
I got mine last year.
Cole's comic.
Yeah. I got a lot more work to do. I'm currently at 9,478.
Jesus, Matty and Joseph.
9,000 seconds that you've been on the website?
No, comics have logged. That's a little under halfway there. As Bon Jovi would say, I'm
Bon Jovi. Yeah, there you go.
All right, now see, this is the thing. Usually if I just type in Galactus #1, it would give me what I'm looking for, but you add the super villain classics to it, and it doesn't like it. But the good thing about CLZ is you can add it by the barcode also, the barcode number.
Does it let you scan the barcode number?
It does let you scan the barcode.
Oh, now they're getting fancy.
And you can buy another a separate barcode reader, or I think it'll let you use your webcam also, but I always just put it manually. There you go. Direct and newsstand. So we got the newsy here, and we'll add it.
We're twinsies.
Hey, Remy's got that book too.
Also, one of those necessary needs for the PC, Ghost Rider 15 Glow in the Dark.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember buying this off the rack, but this one
I have a remark on one of those.
is also
You know,
new.
I got that one it was a Goodwill like mystery box. I think it was like 20 pounds of comics or whatever, and I don't know, I got it for like $10 and shipped. I think it was $10 shipped, and I opened it up and it was all Ghost Rider, and it had one of those in it, and I was like, yes.
That almost
Because I
sounds,
remember that book from when I was a kid, but I never had it.
that almost sounds like a curated mystery box.
Oh no. Curated mystery box. It's much more impressive than that.
Stay tuned for the videos. Stay tuned for the videos. I don't remember ever reading this book, but the cover for me always stayed, so I needed this again. Grendel
That's awesome.
Tales, Four Devils, One Hell. I don't even know who did the cover.
Oh, so when you type that in, those all the variants, or what is that? Those are all the other books that you have.
Yep. See, the ones I have right here is Grendel Tales, Four Devils, One Hell.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll just bring up any Grendel Tales that may have been published already.
Oh, okay. So then you're picking the one that you want and just saying add that one to my collection.
Yep.
Gotcha.
A little more 90s goodness is Harbinger Zero. This came with the trade paperback.
What if it's graded? Does it let you put a grade on it?
It does. I'll show you that in the next. Let's see.
Now I feel silly. I should have been doing this from the beginning. I feel like this is something.
Okay, so see, Harbinger Zero is here. I'm going to add to the collection, and it gives a pop-up. For some reason, it's not giving me the pop-up on the screen that I'm sharing, but it lets you tell which grading company it is, what grade it is, which storage box you're keeping it in, where you bought it, how much you bought it for, the date you bought it. But honestly, if I put all that information in, I'd be here with this one box till next week.
Yeah. No, that's pretty good though. I like that because I think if you're there's a certain run that you're going for where you're trying to get better grades or something, you can click that in there.
Yeah, that's what I have, that J Hood deal.
Yeah.
Where I got grandfathered in from paying, so why wouldn't I keep it at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Nick, did you read this?
I have not picked that up yet.
Are you gonna?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm just starting to.
That bridges the gap in between Hulk 181
Yep.
and Giant Size, right? Yeah, I thought it was a cool cover buy. I kind of like the. Yeah, see, there's Remy. Remy's got it too.
I mean, I got you guys locked down. What else do you have?
Did you read it, Remy?
No, I showed it on the show and I made fun of Wolverine's back. Look at this terrible back. What the hell is that? It looks worse than the front. It's twins.
All right, so just for this one, I have the mini series for Hercules. So this will bring up, see, volume 1.
Was it good?
I can select it.
That's a Kari Andrews cover. That's just kind of his style.
I'm going to tell you this. The part that I opened up to is not impressing me so far. They're attempting to catch Hulk in a net. And I was like, well, that's not going to help. And then they specify it's a metal net. Yeah.
Oh, metal net.
Hey.
That'll work.
Easy with the metal net there, guys. Good thing you sent that helicopter with a metal net to catch the Hulk.
Right. So I think now they're in the process of collaborating with Cover Price to actually add the values in. I don't know who they used before, but all right. So with this Hercules miniseries, I'm able to add all 4 issues at once. Bing, bing, bing. Ricochet Rabbit. All right, and you can see how everything's populating nicely there.
Oh, wow. Will it let you sort it? Oh, you
It'll-
got that Hercules? Hold on, go back down. Yes, that's
Yeah.
the 4-part miniseries or whatever.
Yeah, that's the one where he's being followed around by the little space droid, and space droid is cataloging his adventures. All right, now we get into some big boys.
Oh, that's how I did like.
These are the big boy books, Kyle, just for you. You may not like them because they're Marvel, but this is the Hulk #1.
I like motherfuckers. That
Back in 1966, this cost $3.99. I didn't pay
Hey,
that.
you got me, Nick. You pulled that- I mean, if anybody catches that on the rewind, my face is just like, wait a minute, what?
I've got 2 copies of Hulk 181, also back in 1977.
Absolutely, yeah.
Also cost $3.99. So you can see the
You had your
inflation.
choice. You could either buy a Buick or buy that book for $3.99.
You can put a down payment on a house, or you can pick up a 181. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are the facsimiles. So
I believe that is pronounced facsimile. It's an
facsimile.
Italian.
It's
It's
Italian.
an Italian word for fake comic book.
Okay. No acetate covers, but they are out there, people.
Not to be confused with a homage.
Hamage. All right. See, this one will also tell you there's Marvel Legends. There's a Golden Apple blank. What we want here is the facsimile.
Perfect. With gusto, even.
Facsimile. That is the Italian side of me. Here we go. Incredible Hulk 181. Facsimile.
And
we
when it's a reprint with an acetate around it, I believe your people call it a fugazi.
Fugazi, yeah.
What do you mean, my people?
What do you mean, you people? Listen, we all have stereotypes.
Yes,
we live
Matt
up to.
Spidey's here.
I cook.
Is he?
I cook.
Yes, he
food.
is.
Is he really?
Spidey!
All right.
Good
Okay.
day,
So
mate.
for those who might have missed the community hangout yesterday, Spidey unveiled a rather distasteful side of himself. And I just find it very, very telling that we've launched into the racism part of our show, and then Spidey happens to say, We're kidding, Spidey. I'm kidding. We're all of the same generation. We know you're joking around. All right, so the next couple ones I have are some Iron Man. Again, this is that Bob Layton cover.
Oh, nice.
What?
Yeah.
OG, I love it. I've always loved it. This one I remember having in my toy box as a kid. Him and Obadiah Stane.
Oh wow! Movie relevant.
Him fighting my one of my favorite characters, Aaron Stack Machine Man.
How did you get into Machine Man?
I just thought when Kirby was drawing him, he looked friggin' awesome.
Like the first time around reading comics, or like as an adult?
No, like the first time around.
Yeah, I just wondered because I got some of those early Machine Man, same like I got Nova, because I could get them in the quarter bins, you know?
Yeah.
And you could get runs. That's why I got into Captain Marvel. Like quarter bins, that was kind of that stuff, ROM, which I
Rom is
never
another
really
favorite
got
of mine.
into ROM, but it was all, you could get runs out of quarter bins of those books.
Yep, nope. Rom was one of my favorites because I had the toy. There was like a 12-inch toy back in the day.
Yeah, see, I think I'm probably just a year or two younger than you because that toy kind of predated me.
Oh, Mike, I am 49 years old.
Oh, yeah. I'll be.
So I believe you're a
How the
lot
hell-
younger than I am.
Yeah, 7 years.
And I don't know why this won't show up. Or maybe because I spell it with 2 I's in the beginning.
God, let's just acknowledge for a second how good Nick looks for 49. Damn, I'm just starting to feel bad about myself. I'm gonna go stare in the mirror and do some self-evaluating.
Well, I have to say, I waited a long time. I got married and had kids when I was 36 and 37, respectively. So I think that may have a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, I just wow. Now I want to look in a mirror and just be like, "You look terrible, Mike."
I think another thing too is when Nick went down to Texas and he heard that everything was bigger down there. He was like, "I got to do something about these guns."
Yeah,
You know how those Texans are with their big guns,
right.
and he's
Remy, and you always say that, and I think people are very disappointed when they actually see me because their first thought is like,
are they?
Remy,
Are they?
Remy said this guy
Iggy's
was
picture of you might lend something to that too.
Yeah,
The guy in that picture is jacked as hell.
Yeah, he sure is. He sure is. But before I moved to Texas, I don't want to say the same weight, but I was about 205 pounds. But I was like 20% less body fat.
For me, that was like junior high.
So
and this is part of the video where Remy and I will just laugh at each other.
All right, getting into some more Machine Man.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
This is you guys are just keep
No,
going.
we need to Bogart.
Those are those great Barry Windsor Smith covers.
Yes, and Barry Windsor Smith has popped in and out of my life in the form of the Wolverine covers, the Marvel Comics Presents.
Oh, it sounds like my dad.
We are just uncovering some stuff here.
Let's talk about it. I mean, I'm not
Let's
against
talk.
it. I'm not
Okay,
against
do you want to know where, like, honestly, I have been, like, I need to figure some, and I do this all the time. Like, I got to figure some way where I can lose the weight and keep some of it off, because I don't know if you guys noticed during that Gettler video, but the whole back part of my back is sweaty. Like, I'm sweating through that shirt I'm in, and that was from standing in a line. Like, I was in a line for 2 hours, and I just, like, physically wrecked me. Like, and people were even
That's
like,
why
"Are
you were
okay,
pissed about
sir?"
that
And I was
line.
like, "Oh, I'm just fat, and I've been standing for a while."
No,
Like,
but
people were like, "Did you just come from the gym?" No, stood over there for.
That's
like
what you
2
should have
hours.
told Black Flag. You should be like, "You're trying to raise the price on me now. You see how much I'm sweating here, waiting for this
I will
damn
rinse my shirt off on your tape. I will wring this thing out.
But you know what? I don't think weight is the only contributing factor to that, because I'm a sweaty guy and I can just stand around and sweat like that also.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. My feet and knees were just kind of screaming at me.
Okay.
And that's why I think I broke. Well, and then also, I mean, just you're in that herding pen to let you into the con. So it was warm, I will say that. And it was hotter than the bejesus outside.
That's what happened when I first met Nick. Super warm. Started to sweat a little bit. I was like, holy crap. I didn't expect all this. I didn't expect all this man to be here.
No.
Was it
tried to
hot
give him a
outside?
hug, and I was like, I had to reach up and around, and was like, oh, this isn't going to work.
He's being
Angel, give me a boost.
He's being facetious. Remy and I are the same height,
neck.
essentially. But
You might carry my bag for me.
It was the second week in December, so it was unseasonably mild. It wasn't warm by any stretch.
Yeah, this one was hot, man. You dare say it was balmy outside. One of my favorite words to describe weather. Balmy.
This is weird.
Meanwhile,
I'm sorry. I just didn't expect that. Hey guys, yeah, I'm down in the lobby. Okay, sweet. We'll go down there and meet you. Where's Nick at?
Just this Adonis
he's
chiseled from stone.
Is he the bouncer that's in front of the freaking? Is he the guy? This guy over here? I thought this was security.
So not true. So not.
I didn't know this is who we were meeting.
And the funny thing is, I was sitting up there. I was checking into the hotel, and I was like, you know what? I really wish Remy Q was around. And then I hear ding. And here he comes walking off the elevator. Him and Miss Angel.
Yeah. And then he was like, well, hold on, let's go up to the room real quick. I'll drop off my bag. And a part of me was like, I don't know if we can all fit in this elevator because your shoulders are so wide. Your neck muscles are so humongous.
Contest of Champions, another one of my favorites from when I was a kid.
I mean, Remy, I am going to ask you to take about 15% off because between you and I feel like we're about to have to go to like sexual harassment orientation for the things we've said to Nick today.
No, and I mean, Mike have seen me before.
I was trying to
Yeah,
sway
I've
it
met
from
him.
I was trying to get away from
I haven't met Remy though.
the
and that's-
racist part that we removed. we were going to get into the racist thing, so I was like, all right, we'll just go into the
going to. We're still ahead
sexual
of there.
harassment.
Trying to keep me
portion.
from getting racist.
Hi, Spotty.
That is not true. I'm not a racist.
But you know what? It's just we're in that generation that we were raised on Archie Bunker, and a lot of this stuff is funny.
Oh yeah,
a lot of this stuff is funny. My favorite comic, one of my favorite comics of all time. I do not own. I have owned a real copy of it, but this is the Marvel Tales edition of ASM Annual 1. One of those comics I regret letting go.
yeah, that's a hefty book now.
But the one I had was just particularly special because I was in Wizard World, New Orleans in 2012. I met Stan.
That's the Marvel Tales 150.
This one is, yes.
Yeah.
I met Stan back then. I actually had an ASM Annual 1. He wrote "Nuff Said" on the cover and signed it. And it graded out, I think it was a 3.5.
And you sold it?
And I sold it. And I sold it because I thought my son was going to be into comic books and he would love it. But when he was around 5 or 6 years old, he showed that he could care less about comics. So,
hey, listen, that happened to me as well. So I made another one. This is the thing. The exact same thing happened. Like 5 or 6, and I was like, "Damn, we missed it." And so I made another one, and I lucked out. He's in the Power Rangers, but it's a start.
It's a start.
It's a start.
Speaking of starts, Megaton #1, Eric Larson's.
Wow.
Eric Larson's first comic book work. Just one of those ones I saw that I've never seen before, and even though it's got a stain or two on the cover, I was like, it'd be cool to have. No, Larry, we're just here hanging out, cataloging some of my PC. Remy's really going to dig the next one. Thor 338.
Nice.
Second appearance of Beta Ray Bill. I had a 337 until recently and a 9.8, but I got rid of it. 337 I thought was cool, but 338 was the one I had when I was a kid. So
you're right, Remy. This does feel a little hefty. I think I just kind of threw. Damn, Nick.
Mike, I will put you under the bottom line quickly if you continue to disrespect me as such.
For anybody watching, remember, I took out Galactus Wood Origins Warrior, whatever that was. Mike pulls that out.
Michael. But Mike has a leg up because Mike's been collecting since the early 90s, and he's kept everything. So
some would say, mainly my wife Jill, I'm a hoarder.
That's what it looks like where I'm at right now.
Oh wait, what was that, hun? Oh, sorry, and stupid and ugly.
Mike is also the owner of 17 storage units in which to keep all of this stuff.
Just one. Did I ever tell you about Rob Liefeld, a douchebag and a friend of mine?
It's pronounced Lefeld now, I believe. And,
Okay,
no, you didn't
whatever.
tell that story.
So I thought it would be really funny. When Cameo first became a thing, Rob was on there for $25 cameos. So I literally gave them out for Christmas to every comic book fan I knew. But I didn't get it out of my system. So my buddy Dennis is like buying a house at the time. This is like back in 2019, maybe. And he was buying this house, and I was like, "Oh, I'll have Rob Liefeld congratulate him." And Liefeld just made the like most Liefeld video ever to congratulate somebody for any accomplishment in their life. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's me, Rob Liefeld. You know, your favorite creator of such great characters like Cable, Deadpool, blah blah blah." You know, he's doing his thing, and he's like, "I made these characters. You love them. You just bought a house. Congratulations! Now you can make a man cave for all your great comic books and everything." And well, I actually had to spill over into a storage unit. Actually, I own 2 storage units, and I have a huge man cave. And I was just like, damn, dude, like, wow, look at this guy nickel and diming you. Oh, wait, sorry, I just got a boner when I looked at my screen.
So the next one
Here we
is
go.
New Warriors second print.
Oh shoot!
I need a first print, but I actually saw them at the con yesterday, and they were like 20, 25 bucks, I think, if I wasn't wrong.
I'm getting a little short of breath, Remy.
I can
Check
tell.
my pulse. Check my pulse.
Sorry, Mike. And that was just one of those comics, in addition to ASM 347, that brought me back into comics again. So there is our shared love.
Oh God, showing that book, man.
For New Warriors. Second
Got
print.
me all. It gave me the vapors.
The papers.
With that kind of heat, boys, this flower is wilting.
Shout out to the legends. RIP to the legends. Biz Markie.
Is there a more pure sound than Remy's laughter?
Oh man, that's too much.
It always makes me happy when he, kind of closes his eyes, tilts his head back, and laughs. That's always a good one for me. And the next set of books is kind of like bittersweet for me because I've always liked this run and I enjoy reading it.
The Grant Morrison run.
Grant Morrison, but it also led into CBS. And
yeah,
F that guy.
Yeah, it got bad. I would say after that run, X-Men never recovered.
No. So, especially Frank Quitely is like, I've always dug it. Anything he's done, X-Men, All-Star, Superman. Love that stuff.
Quietly's kind of a source of shame for me because I will admit the first time around, like when that stuff came out, and I would say I was like 19 and a bit of a shit. Like I was really arrogant in my comic opinions. Like if I came to a decision on anything, I just belligerently stuck to it.
Mm.
And for whatever reason, I decided Frank Quitely was booty. And I just didn't like his art. And I was actually kind of rude to him at a con because I thought it made me cool. And I actually feel a lot of regret on that.
Oh,
You should tell him next time you see him.
Thanks, Remy. You're a real fix. Sometimes I don't want you to try to fix things. I just want you to listen.
I appreciate the fact that you're here because you're keeping the adults in this stream. So thank you, sir.
I'm gonna miss a kid.
Yeah, that's all we can do is the best we can. Another one that I needed in my collection, Night Watch.
Ooh.
From 1994.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah.
This one I needed, and oddly enough, I thought that this one was optioned with Spike Lee attached, which is weird. This was kind of a response to Spawn, I think. But I don't think we've seen Night Watch in quite some time. but nevertheless, one of the ones I need in my collection.
Yeah, if he really was a response to Spawn, he lost. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nightwatch. But somebody had to lose, and guess what, buddy? I apologize. It was you.
There was Night Watch, and look, it's the newsstand version. And honestly, the little kid in me doesn't like the UPC code. I don't, but the collector in me likes how much those are worth. And in keeping with the 90s goodness, Ninjak Chromium.
Hey, that's awesome.
Ninjak number 1.
I had one of those in a 9.8.
So-
I had it as a giveaway. Oh, you know what? It went to Tapia.
Oh, nice. And Tapia, that Night Watch was one of the books that Tapia reminded me of.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, I think I forget whose giveaway it was. It was when we did our base boosted bonanza for the different channels, and he won it. And I think it was his first slab. I'm pretty sure he said it was his first slab when he got it.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Hey, Nick, did you keep any of your books from when you've collected as a kid?
Yeah, you know what? I still have my first copy of G.I. Joe 21. I still have my copy of Transformers. My whole entire Exo Man of War run I had from the second time around. I think that might have been it. But I had an entire collection. Like I had 2 Ultimate 4/4s, an entire run of not an entire run, but like issues 1 through 25 for most of the Batman titles in the New 52, Green Lantern as well.
I just saw Iggy's comment. Yeah, man, it's just kind of one of those things where, like, from 19 to 21, like most 19 to 21-year-olds, I did some things that I just wasn't proud. When I started going to cons and started seeing these guys, there were times where I would just act like an ass for no apparent reason. And young and stupid, I guess.
Yeah, and honestly, any of the cons I've been to prior to collecting this time around, I've been to 4 conventions. My first one being Wizard World Philadelphia in 2004.
That would have been the first year they did that.
I think it might have been. And I was just happy to go. But when I got there, I didn't like the whole dynamic. It was just like a big flea market to me.
Yeah, but I think they got better before they got really worse. And now Fan Expo bought them. I know it's too soon to tell, but Nick, what are you considering for your cons next year?
It's a good question. I mean, I'm not really about. What's up, Vaughn? How you doing? I'm not really about who's going to be there as far as comic creators. I'm
but
more,
for friends, right?
Yes, the one I'm looking forward to most is the one where most people are going to be at.
And it feels like that's probably going to be Heroes, which is why I'm going to make an attempt to go to Heroes.
Yeah, and for me, a priority would be there are 3 people specifically on my list that I want to see this year. That's going to be Mark, that's going to be Louis, and that's Roscoe.
Okay, those are 3 great people to have on your list.
And kind of like also too, Digger Jim, Brother John, also right in that pack.
My list is Flo, but I think he's coming to me at Planet. He seems pretty serious about that. And then Remy, this man right here. And I know he'll be at Heroes and potentially might come to Planet. We'll see.
I'm trying to work that one out. Yeah. Heroes, I think for now on is going to be like that'll be our one that we always go to, just because it's so close. And honestly, at this point, I feel a little silly that we didn't go before.
And I feel like KC might potentially be and a kind of middle point where people could meet at too. You know, you've already got some good people here like Marcus and Burke and
nice.
Panda.
Well, Nick, you went to the last one, right? Didn't you just go to this last one?
Planet Comic-Con, yes, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed
We
it.
ended up having a pretty decent crew together for that.
Ignacio, first of all, I don't need a con to come see you. And I told you the wife was already thinking about going to Spain next year, and I'm going to make the travel to Argentina. There you go. Mm.
So there, Ignacio.
There, my very special co-host.
Did that work out how you thought? Maybe
Yeah,
there, Iggy?
We're re-upping the passport for you, brother.
Who holds a very high esteem in my heart. There you go. How about that?
Some would say it would be better if it would be easier if he came to us, because then everybody
Thank
would
you.
see him. But instead,
Thank you.
And
I mean, by the time
let's
2023
all
rolls
travel
around,
there.
2023 rolls around, he's going to have his own acetate cover and more than enough money to come here. Jesus.
Yeah.
Step up, Ignacio. Come on.
Wow.
And what's even more awesome is instead of reading the comics too, the ads were fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know
I
Nick,
wanted to ask for Dawn. I wonder what Dawn is doing right now.
I hate to break this to you, man. I don't know if
Don't even say it. Don't even say
Don
it.
might not have made it. Sorry, bro.
is that book still around?
What book?
Dawn.
That's a good question. I know Lisner is still doing covers. No, this would take far too long. Unless it's already slabbed, I don't even bother. Like already, I mean, first time around, it took me a long time. And the fact that I'm here talking to you guys, I mean, I'm 30% through the way through this box, and I don't know if I'm gonna make much more progress. But yeah,
we're distracting.
No, this is fun.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Our Q&A of Nick. We're just kind of grilling him.
No,
but
I like that.
Honestly, I have another Nick question. So KC is, for me, a smaller con. You know what I mean? I've been to most of the ones I went to were bigger than that. But last year just felt kind of perfect with my only regret is that I was working a booth and that I couldn't spend more time hanging with the people I wanted to hang out with. And I had a lot of family in town at the time, which made it difficult. But yeah, I would really like to get another crew like that together.
No, and you know what made that great? I think the fact that it was a lot more comic centric, and the fact that it was a lot more empty. Like if it's too crowded, like I'm considering New York Comic-Con this year, just because I haven't seen my mom in a while.
Okay, your mom's still in New York, I take it.
Yeah, and I figured why not? But I know that convention is going to be bananas.
Yeah,
bananas people, and I don't enjoy the crowd.
And that's at the Javits Center, right?
Yeah, it's always been at the Javits Center.
Yep.
Well, I can tell you that both of those points, though, as far as Heroes was this year, and I don't know what it is any other year, but I mean that was some of the appeal as well. It was really heavily comic related, and it also wasn't too crowded.
Yeah, and even C2E2 was a lot more over the diversified as far as what was available. I don't think it was that crowded. It didn't feel.
Yeah, but you still had like that. The way that they had you come in, just the entrance. I mean. And I've only been to 2 cons, so that's all I'm comparing to it. Like Heroes, there was no line there. I mean, there was a line to like get your pass the first day, but then after that, I mean, you just walked in. Like it was.
Yeah, and Baltimore is also a possibility. That's coming up the end of October.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's at the casino, right?
Well, I think Baltimore is a little closer. I'm not sure what's in actual Maryland, but I know the ones in Connecticut. I don't think are that far. just a banging cover. But honestly, there's so much money. Like even at this little tiny con I was just at, and I mean this con is 3 rooms in a mall. I still spent a lot more than I had hoped to. See, like this one doesn't find. But hopefully, I'm saying logistically, I'm hoping for one and timing for one that a lot of people can be at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the bit. See, my problem is summer just gets loaded up with stuff, you know? And that's my one downside to Heroes.
Yeah, I thought C2E2 was okay, but I think C2E2 was okay in December. I'm not sure if I want to tackle it in August.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was much different than. Well, I think I've only said this to Mark, and this is something that got lost in all the other news. But I went to the first 10 C2E2s, and this is by far the smallest. This is by far the least amount of comic vendors I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
And it was the most disorganized I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you can just walk onto the floor 9 a.m. an hour before without a press pass.
And I guarantee that stuff with exhibitors lining up at booths before the con opens, that doesn't happen in 2010. I don't know if you know the story of C2E2, but they sprang up out of the ashes of Wizard World. So Wizard World had a really bad falling apart period. And DC and Marvel ended up taking them to court because they paid for a con that didn't happen in Philadelphia. And Wizard World just told them to shove it. Like, what are you going to do? We'll apply it to a future sale. We're not refunding your money.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to take it. And they said, all right, we're never sending any of our people to any of your cons ever again. You're done. And the people who Repop, who own C2E2, saw an opportunity. And it was originally the 2010 one. It was like a rejection of, like, they made DC and Marvel up front. Like, you walked in and those booths were there. Like, it was about comic books. Now, I will say Chris Hemsworth was there, but other than, no, was he 2012 maybe? He might have been 2012. But that Alex Ross was the guest of honor of C2E2 back when they had guests of honor. It was
Cool.
an amazing con. Yeah, it was baller. And yeah, Burke told me to go to that first C2E2. He called me up and he said, Becker, I think you really need to go to this and you should pay your money a year in advance so that your name will be in the program, which I did.
There you go. Now,
so thank you to Burke.
For you, is the allure getting that original art, or is it more of the comic book aspect of it?
So one thing COVID taught me is I can get original art anywhere now. The stigma isn't on getting it through the mail, or isn't on getting it through the mail like I used to have, because I had to have a 2-year period of time where I only got art through the mail.
Mm-hmm.
I used to only buy art at cons. Yeah, I still, Artist Alley is where I'll always head first. But Nick, I 100% agree with you. This past year of meeting all you guys in this little corner of YouTube I exist in, that is now front and center what I want to do at a con.
Hey guys.
I agree. Welcome everybody. First time appearance, not a cameo, a full speaking appearance of Mr. Caleb Haney. How are you?
Yeah,
Caleb?
this guy's been reaching out to me.
How
He's
you
pretty
doing?
Cool dude.
I'm pretty good. A little nervous.
Oh, what? You're amongst friends, Caleb. You're a handsome guy. Don't worry about it. Look at that beard. You ain't got nothing to worry about. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Just been reading Knight, the Batman series by Sean Murphy.
Oh,
White Knight.
Yeah, White Knight. That's right.
okay. So since you're a DC guy, I gotta let you go, Caleb. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
what Alan sent me, and I just finished the second book. I'm more
Yeah, I
indie than I am DC.
I heard that was a decent series. I hadn't picked it up. New York Comic Con. I give Kyle a hard time too because he likes DC. So don't just New York Comic Con, I think, is the 14th. Or no, I'm sorry. Let's see. October 6th through the 9th of October.
Nick, your boy brought the fire on this cover. I love it.
Yeah. That's I don't know why. And there was a poster for that one too. I've been looking at it for a while, but it was just awesome to me. I really liked it. And Mike, I lied to you before. This was the other series that I've had since I was a kid.
Oh.
Thing 1, 2, 3, not the entire series, 3, 4, 5, all the way up through number 11 was what I had when I was a kid. And I think it went like 30 something issues.
Yeah. Marvel Boy kind of gets reintroduced into so basically the thing issues like 21 through 26, 27 kind of lead up to Marvel Boy coming back to New York City to join the New Warriors.
There you go. This one in particular, like when I was a kid, I think these came out in 85, 86. But I used to sit in my room and I used to read the story out loud in different voices while I was recording it. So this one is the introduction of a guy named Clodhopper, who I tried to do a Swedish accent for.
Can we recreate this on video?
No, I don't.
Is there any way you'll do a video on this? I feel like this is YouTube gold.
No, I'll have to practice that.
This is a safe place. You can
I don't know
practice
why I
your
have to give everybody ideas for their channel, but I'm going to tell you this. So I've already got it all planned out, Nick. This is the thing. You do exactly what you just said, but I want all the voices.
I was
YouTube gold.
I was 10 years old when I did that. And that's 39 years ago. So let's just say I've had more sense put into me since then.
Is it because it's intimidating to have an accent master on the panel? Because I'll leave.
That may be. And you know what? You know what's funny enough? That Tyler, I think, would do a perfect Swedish accent.
Oh, yeah.
By trying to do his Australian accent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We go back to Minnesota.
Caleb, you don't do accents, do you?
I play D&D, so yes, I do accents.
There you go. See?
So you may have come along at the perfect time as well.
Yeah. See, I think all stars are pointing towards you need to do this, Nick. I think it's about time that your channel got chipped.
They call me they call me the man of 1,000 voices.
Yes. And if all those voices were Australian, they'd be correct.
You hit me with anything. Hit me with an accent. You name an accent, I'll do it. Right on here, right on the spot. I'll riff.
Let's go with
Indian accent.
There you go. Let's try it.
Indian. Hey everybody, I'm from India.
And that's proof enough to me that Mike can do any accent, so please don't ask him for any further. So since this is let's just switch gears.
Oh, we're getting requests from the chat. Burke would like me to do a Burke accent. Hold on, I just got to get into character real quick.
Dude, here we go.
Listen, and I would tell you if you try to show your junk on this channel, Mike, I will take you off.
You saw where that was going to go.
Yeah,
I just so happen to have a tube of Pringles in here.
All right, when you're ready, Mike.
Hey, everybody, I'm Steve Berkland. I like Power Rangers. Boom. See? I was perfect. It sounded just like him.
Sounds a lot like your Indian accent, also.
The shirt was just right. It was perfect.
Oh, God.
All right, so I'm going to ask Mr. Caleb a question because I've seen Mr. Caleb pop up in a lot of chats lately. Are you brand new into the YouTube community?
In the YouTube community, I've been like, what do you mean, like talking to people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've only really been active for the past like couple weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the comic community since January, I think, when I found Mr. DJ.
Oh.
Did you say DJ? I don't. Never heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is this DJ that you speak
Of which you are speaking?
Oh, this guy.
After speaking to Mr. Southern Comic Geek yesterday, Drac, I decided to clear out my CLZ and repopulate it with the actual books that I want to keep, want to sell. Yeah, so that's my madness now.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, welcome to the group, by the way.
Yes, Caleb, thank you very much. You want to
And
give
Caleb, He's
Sorry,
been
go ahead.
reaching out to Alan, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You reach
Sorry,
out to
it was more just I became aware of Caleb like a week ago when he started messaging me. Oh, shut it.
All right. I figured you'd reach out to Beckerman since he has the larger YouTube presence. So. Yeah, he really listened. Stick around. All right, let's see. I don't know who's making that noise. Let's see. All right, Caleb, you want to run through your comic book origin story, maybe? How long you been collecting?
Yeah.
And you got a little bit of a mic issue.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. No, still a lot of feedback.
Hey, I'm on my phone. I have
All right.
the
Maybe if you want to go out and come back in again?
Yeah, I was gonna say hop out and then
Yeah,
hop
I'll
back
go
in.
back.
Right?
All right, try that. All right. In the meantime, another staple of the PC, Transformers issues 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you were into Transformers, Nick.
Yeah, especially those first 5 issues. I remember reading them in like 6th grade. So these were always definitely needs in my PC.
Mm.
Being a child of the 80s, the mid 80s, this along with G.I. Joe was the bee's knees.
Mm.
Newsstands. So I don't know. Mike, are you done with cons for the year?
Yeah, I'm done for this year. I'll my next one will be in March because I got football season gets kind of in the way of a lot too. I do half a season for the Chiefs, half a season tickets.
Oh, how fancy.
It's not.
Let's welcome back Mr. Caleb Haney.
Is this better?
Much.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're asking you about your comic book origins, how long you've been collecting, and Are you a true collector if you do not have one of these? But go ahead, Mr. Haney. Let's.
I do have one of those.
I have one of these right here.
See, you absolutely need one. Absolutely need one.
I started collecting about 7 months ago or so. Before that, I worked at a LCS where I first learned comic books. I picked up a few every once in a while because they looked cool or had an interesting story. And then when COVID hit, I decided I wanted to really get into it. And it wasn't until like in the past 7 months that I really start hunting down certain books and reading certain stories.
All right, so this is fascinating to me. What led you to work at the LCS before collecting comics?
Oh, the owner is my buddy, and he needed someone to hold the store down while he worked.
That's cool. And then you fell in love with it from there?
Yeah, I read comic books in the pastime while no one was in the store.
Sweet. And what did you gravitate towards? What's your favorite story? What's your favorite character?
I started with Absolute Carnage when that series was coming out, and I did Watchmen, and after that I did some Spider-Man and some. I read that Turok. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool. Well, welcome. And you have the added benefit of not having to deal with the nerd stigma. You fell into a pretty good community here on YouTube. Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Speaking of which, this is the bulk of it. My love of comics is definitely Uncanny X-Men from issues 94 through 200. That's what I'm focusing on collecting now.
That's what I'm collecting.
Don't get in my way, Caleb.
Next month I'm buying number 95.
I will ruin you if you get in my way, Caleb. Yeah, there's just something about that John Byrne and just the time that these started coming out is just this is my childhood right here. So that's pretty awesome. I had a full run of Volume 1.
I've always been interested in the X-Men. I've never actually, other than the movies, I've never watched any of it or read any of it. I know very little about them, so I wanted to jump into that and really get to know the characters. And I heard Close Caramont's run from 94 through 280 is the best place.
Yep. And then, as Remy said, you have the bonus of the animated series as well.
Yeah.
How virile?
Yeah, I got Disney Plus, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
Right. How virile and manly Wolverine is.
You mean when he gets snow in his eyes?
How feminine and powerful Jean Grey is.
If you're talking about the fainting and collapsing, yes.
You've come in
Storm. Oh.
You've come in at a good time.
I mean,
so we'll just run through these issues real quick. 132, 155, 160, 161. Big jump to 184, 185. Some more of Barry Windsor Smith, 186, 187.
Some of the nonsense of those X-Men books, though, like the things that make them harder to read now, were just because of the Marvel rules.
Yep. You want to explain those Marvel rules?
I was going to say, what rules are you speaking of, Mike?
So
yeah,
there was a mandate. There was a mandate from Jim Shooter,
John Romita Jr.,
that if you were writing a comic book basically from like 1980 to 1985, a kid should be able to pick up any given issue, even if it's part 5 of 7 storyline, and never having read another issue, be able to jump right in. And Chris Claremont, more than any other writer, really embraced this. Like he's a whatever his boss tells him to do, he does it kind of guy. So you had these really weird moments where like superheroes and villains would explain their powers to each other.
Before
Wait a minute, that's
getting
not what
to-
they would normally do. I thought that was
Like
just makes sense to me.
somebody illustrated it really well in a YouTube video I watched. Nightcrawler is jumping around Sunspot and explaining Sunspot's powers to him. Because that's a conversation you would have with another.
Yeah, before fighting someone, sure.
Yeah. Well, but of course, your powers are charged by the sun. It's like, God, this is like, it just makes it really hard to read now. It's like, why would somebody ever describe another person's powers to that person?
Coincidentally, the X-Men was a lot easier to read back then, though.
Yeah, and I will say, I remember being a kid and not being intimidated to jump into some of those older issues. Older for me, you know, going back, because when I started really getting into comics in the early 90s, I started buying up the 80s comics.
Well, yeah, that was the hot book to get.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Wolverine was a rock star to me, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was pretty much in every single book back then. Oh, no, in the 90s, sorry.
I still have that limited series #1 that I've never sent in to get graded.
Oh, I need that one. That's
You
another
mean
one.
this one?
Yeah.
Signed by Chris Claremont. Who else did I get? Oh, Frank Miller and Joe Rubenstein.
Yeah.
I have one Frank Miller book.
I got that I don't know, like 15 years ago with the intentions of getting it graded and just never did. I was always too afraid to. I bought the most perfect copy I could find.
Yeah, that's one I need for the PC, too.
I've been trying
Which
to
ones are you
plan
missing, Nick?
a package to send to you, Nick, for submissions. I
Yeah,
haven't got it together yet.
I'm here for you, brother. I'm here for you.
Appreciate it, sir.
I actually need all 4, but I'm looking for that one also. I'm looking for that one in a high grade also. But that's like a $1,000 book in a 90.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think when I bought it, it like high grade was like $100. Like no joke. Like, and at the time when I got it, I spent somewhere around there, and remember thinking like, God, there's a lot of money to pay for a comic.
Hey, so let's go through that. I mean, throughout the all of your collecting careers, and I guess Caleb too. What would you think? What was the most expensive books throughout the periods of time that you thought you bought? Like for me, when I saw like the first real above cover price book I bought was XO Man of War #5. And I just saw that cover and I fell in love with that cover, and I have it somewhere here. I can't dig it out now. But it's a completely red cover done by Barry Windsor Smith. And for me, I think at the time I paid $18 for it.
In what year?
It had to be 90, 94, 95, right after it came out.
$18 in the 90s is a lot for anything, sir.
Yeah, and I was making like $90 a week back then. Working 30 hours a week at the video store.
It was a whole day's worth of work right there.
And it was worth it. That cover just suckered me in, boy.
I guess 2 books stand out for me. The first would be in 1994. Well, I turned 14. It was for my 14th birthday. So it might have been 93. Anyway, we went to Iowa City. My mom gave me $100 to spend at the comic book store for my birthday. And I, of course, like any kid that's spoiled, picked out something for $120. And it was Hulk 180, 181, and 182. And we bickered over the last $20. And I had a promise. I almost broke into tears at one point, and we made an agreement on some lawn mowings, and she went along with it. So that was my first.
You got the trilogy over mowing grass?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I think that's what the negotiations finally went through on. And then the second time would have been in 2002 or 3. It was before I started dating Jill, so it might have been the summer of 2002. I made my biggest purchase to date, and I bought an X-Men #1 for myself.
Which you still have in the collection.
Correct. All of that is still in the collection. I've only gone outside of $1,000.
Do you still have your Hulk books too?
Yeah.
Your $120 Hulk books.
Yes.
Yes.
And you have them raw also.
What?
Correct. They are all raw.
Why haven't we talked about this before? I feel like
talked about it with Burke.
I feel
the first time I ever showed up on a live stream was on the Burke family. We talked about it.
Yeah,
With
so
Burke.
I meant like let's talk about it.
I've never been invited.
Sir, you're always invited.
No, it hasn't happened yet.
Some other ones I need for PC.
Do you know I've only just recently completed that run?
Really?
Like within the last 3 years. That was when I was like missing rando issues, because here's the other thing. This is something Alan gets me on all the time, gets on me for. If I'm trying to complete a run, I avoid the internet. I don't like buying. I like to find them in person.
Yeah, me too.
So Alan gets very frustrated about that.
Why though? What does Alan say about it?
That I should just go on and order a cut, because okay, like House of Mystery 156 is not an expensive book. It's first Dial H for Hero, and I spent like 8 months looking for one.
Okay, somebody go ahead.
I'm sorry, Kyle. What was that?
Bye.
Get out of here.
I think he was waving
My
back.
phone about guys.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, Kyle. Appreciate you, man.
Bye, Kyle.
Yeah,
See you, buddy.
yeah.
My first big book I bought was the first 3 Carnages, Amazing Spider-Man 361, 362, and 363. I spent $100 and got all 3.
What? Oh, that's a deal.
That was before the movie came out, and it was back when Venom was just out. They didn't do Carnage yet.
Still, that's a hell of a deal.
I don't own any slabs yet. That's kind of scary to think about.
Just stick around, Nick, and you'll end up with them, because I barely had any slabs, and then I met these people, and next thing I know, I got slabs filling up boxes.
Yeah. You did happen to get more than a few from me.
I'll tell you, that was actually another rule of mine that I've actually, one of the few rules I've done away with. I was against slabbing for a long time.
Now, what specifically?
What specifically was I against about it?
Yes.
I was very pro comics are to be read. Funny enough, my nickname with one of my buddies is Spine Tick, because he always argued that I'm too rough on my books. I read my books, man. I don't put on gloves. I read them. Comics are to be enjoyed. I'm not a guy that cares about 9/8, and I'm not a guy that I'm of the mind that a near mint copy is anything above a 9/0.
To me, it's just got to be readable. Like I'm not concerned about the grade as long as the cover looks decent and I can
intact.
Read it.
Yeah, for me, there are just too many covers out there that I consider art, and too many books that I've read in my life that mean something to me that I want to preserve them for as long as I can. And other
I love
ones,
that one.
other ones that I have, like Giant Size X-Men, yeah, there's just too much money in that one to not slab and enhance the financial aspect of it.
Right.
So
That book's
would
so
li-
big for me. I think I have to get the facsimile for it.
Sorry, Caleb, that's pronounced facsimile.
facsimile. Yes, we're
Old
very
Christmas
big.
story. Fragile.
I love.
We're very big sticklers in this community when it comes to grammar and pronunciation.
But anyway, I've learned to relax and love the slab. They look cool, man. Slabs do look cool. I'm still not ever going to be a guy that obsesses over that 9.8. I guess I'm just too. I'm not
Did
a guy
someone
hung up
mention
on
the Christmas
appearances.
story? Because I thought we were talking about leg lamp.
I also have a leg lamp.
The
Are you
electric,
talking about all this electric sex that I put in the window?
the glow of
every
electric
Christmas?
sex.
So, Nick, do you think the idea of a pristine comic book 9.8 probably ties into your mutual love of like clean looking shoes?
No. The thing about the shoes is I was deprived of those when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up in Brooklyn, there's always something about sneakers and status and honestly being the target of ridicule.
Yeah. And I've heard you talk about this before.
Mhm.
And it does fascinate me because I am not what I would consider to be a fashion icon. I'm I dress kind of like a slob.
And I tell you what, Mike, it even goes to if I'm wearing a pair of Adidas shorts, I can't wear Nike shoes.
Oh, wow.
It feels weird in my stomach to do that. So
I'm not even color coordinated right now. That's not to get a laugh. I'm being serious.
here's another one that I've had since I was a kid, and I think I might have done the audio tape treatment too. And I realized it was a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Come around the same time, I guess Transformers came out.
Isn't that funny how that, like, as you get older, you start realizing, like, how many of the books you liked as a kid are not, were by these just stellar artists? And
You know what I was? Now it's really, especially the sneaker game, and I'll say this a lot of times, it's hard to get sneakers I want.
Drax comment. And now we have Burke to be the target of our ridicule. That poor guy takes it in the teeth every day. Like a champ.
But you know what? Everybody loves Burke. And I think if, they didn't love him, they wouldn't make fun of him.
If it wasn't for Burke, I wouldn't be in this little corner of the world.
So, see, Burke's to blame for a lot of it.
Yeah. Screw that guy.
We all know my love for Angel and Wings. This was A-OK to me by my good friend Panda. Not only that one, but his favorite cover of all time, X-Men #5.
You gotta love that X Factor run there where they brought the original 5 back.
Yeah, and I still remember getting my first copy of X Factor. In fact, I need to get that one again. X
Which
Factor
issue?
1, the first issue.
Now, is that something you'll be looking for in high grade?
Yes.
I figured.
I saw copies at the con yesterday, but again, they were asking, I think, $30 for them.
Insane.
And I couldn't see spending it.
Were there 9.8 candidates at least for
No,
that?
see, this is the thing too. Is like another one on my list is G.I. Joe 155. and they had a copy there yesterday. And I asked the guy specifically what he wanted for it. I think it was 150, which I think might be the fair market value. But I asked him what the grade was on it, and he says,
And I'm
"Oh,
sorry, the book again?
GI Joe 155."
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, I don't have a grade." I'm like, "How do you assign a price and not a grade? As a vendor, how do you do that?"
That sounds pretty chicken shit to me.
Yeah. So, X Factor. And I remember getting my first copy of X Factor #1 at, I can't remember the kid's name, Daniel Schultz's bar mitzvah at a Bracciamento's on the pier in Brooklyn. Still wish I had that cup.
I had to reach into the vault for this one.
Oh, snap.
Well, you were asking about the first big one, and there were some big ones that I had from the past, but like this one was the first one that I like. I was like, oh man, I don't know about this. And it's not like a big key or anything. This is it's my Phoenix End song.
Oh, Greg Land.
Yeah. And it was a Dynamic Forces 1 of 10. And it's signed by Greg Pak, Greg Land, and Stan Lee.
Wow, that's a cool cover.
I ordered it. It was number 2 of 10. And I ordered it from the UK, actually. Like I had to wait like a month for this thing to arrive. And I was sweating bullets because it was like one of those where I'd spent a lot more money than what I had expected on it, but I didn't have a Stan Lee signature. In fact, until this guy down here.
Who?
You.
Not me.
Yeah, you. This is the only signature that I had from Stan Lee, but I was able to negotiate it with my wife because it's a Phoenix book, and so it was a gift for her. So we got to do it, right? I mean, look at this cover. So she was like, yeah, I agree with you. That was a good purchase. And I actually got away with it. But I think that was like the first big one where I was like, yeah, I'll pay the extra money for this.
Yeah, I believe your video for that dropped right around the time of playing it.
For which one?
That box I sent you of a comic and a piece of art. I think that happened right at the week of playing it because I remember Nick coming up to me and talking to me about it when we first met in person.
Yeah, I was blown away by that. I don't know what I don't know what in our discussion I was thinking. I didn't think that was what was happening.
It's all good. It was fun. I loved your video for that. It was hilarious.
Most of them.
Remy's A-OK face is the best for like you just have these great moments of just like dumbfoundedness, like, and it's not just that video. It's like there's several A-OK videos where you're like, what?
Yeah. My family watched that A-OK last night like 3 times because it was so funny.
Have you seen the one where
That's awesome. Thank you.
that I'm referencing for mine? Look up on Remy's channel, Beckerman. It's the only video because I've never been on Remy's channel. Sad trombone.
Oh, yes. Yeah, hold
on.
Or are you going to be on tonight for banter?
Well, I'll be on for banter. I don't count that as being on your channel. That's ship got too big for banter.
Well, are you busy Thursday?
I don't
come
know.
on.
Am I?
Yeah, why don't you come on?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. Do I need to contact Alan first? Hold on. Let me ask Alan.
Much like
Alan, Becker come out to play.
Much like acetate gate, guys, we're watching deals go down right in front of our faces.
Just saying, if you're available, we got a fresh game of Guess Those Tootsies.
Oh boy.
You know what? Watching Chip I knew you were playing the game. I had to put it in the background, just listening to audio, because you're not going to ruin any more women for me.
Oh, I don't think we had any.
I
I don't think we had anything too crazy.
I wouldn't know. Hey, I hope you're sticking the rest of them in Mylar Magic, Vaughn. Have a good one. All right. I guess we'll segue from Remy's cover to now my covers. Yeah. We talked about you much earlier, Scott. Thought about, but I'm paid up for the rest of the year, so maybe not. This is the first John Romita I have in this box. We know about my love of characters of In the Rain, done by him. Elektra, Black, White, and Blood. Couple of Jim Chung covers. Really dug this series. I think I have this one slabbed already. Daredevil.
That's nice.
Mike, you might have seen this one before.
Oh, hey.
Venom 27.
Did I? I'm not even being stupid. Did I give you that?
You gave me that, sir.
I didn't mark it off my list.
There you go. We're all about.
I've got this list of people I'm sending things to, but I'm so bad at getting them out. I'm a lazy man.
I had to clear up some invoices for some auctions that I hit up from the last 4 months. I was like, yeah, I'll cash out.
A guy making the rounds lately. I just picked this up this week.
Ooh.
Clayton Crane, Silver Surfer number 10.
That's awesome.
This one I wanted from last year. This is
I love this cover and I don't have it. I hate
Iron Man number 8. I'll even make myself big. So
yeah, do it. This cover. I'm actually kind of mad at you. I need one of these.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I wanted the print. I was at the Crane signing last year, and I wanted the print of this, but they were out, so I didn't.
They had the print. I wouldn't buy it. I wanted the comic, and they were out of the comic, and they only had the print.
Yeah. And this one is actually still pretty pricey. I paid, I think, $40 for this one.
Yeah, but that's a hell of a cover right there.
Worth it.
And also,
oh wow.
Oh, that's a cool
I gave
cover
one
too.
of those away.
Deceased number 1, Clayton Crane doing Batman. I really dug this one. So
I've never seen that.
That's a deceased cover, yeah. Dig it.
So those are my Crane guys. I've got a few hip hop covers here. Shout out to Roscoe Peter Parker. I did a trade with somebody for this Moon Knight.
That almost looked like art for a second. Like when you first flipped that, I thought it was a remark or something.
Yeah, pretty dope. It looks like a Johnny Desjardins sketch, maybe.
Yeah.
This Vision cover. Shout out to Roscoe who hooked me up with this one.
Yeah.
And I think I got this one off of eBay. So in this box, and I guess this is what this cataloging is all about too, is kind of consolidate everything, because I had these things all over the place. And this guy, I picked this one up yesterday. Scotty. My
KC brother.
Scotty.
Wow.
Scotty.
Oh, you got that Ant-Man one. I like that one. I saw that.
I didn't pick it up in my local LCS, but I happened into another one by me, and they had it.
Scotty covers sell pretty quick here, just because the fact that he does sign a lot, so people swipe them up, scoop them up.
Yeah, Nerdy Girl is live on Whatnot, and Dan's giving her the business. So.
Who cares? Dude, Dan, you're better than that. Don't even...
Dan's got some good jokes.
He does. Oh, he's hilarious, but I'm just saying, don't let her take up space. As far as I'm concerned, all those cosplayers can just fade away out of... Let's keep our corner clean.
Oh, that's right. Mike did coin the term cosplayers in the community.
Oh, I don't know if I coined it. That's what I think they should be called. I know that's that. And see, I wasn't even going to say it because we're trying to get away from that stuff, and that is kind of ignorant because I know there are members of you guys that are friends with some of them. I just think I think differently there.
There you go. So, Caleb, while we have you here also, I wanted to ask you, you wanted to sell something tomorrow? You want to give us a little
Yeah, if
preview?
that's okay with you.
Yeah, like I said, we got 6 already. We got 5 others already. If you want to let me know what you're selling, we'll give a little preview now. And yeah, if somebody hops off,
Yeah,
I can let you know.
I'll show you. I don't mind.
Shit, if it's good enough, I might buy it now.
I think it's the second book I have in Mylar, so it's kind of cool. All right, it is a Fantastic Four 37 12 center. It's like,
what are you selling
it's
it
an
for?
okay. I don't know, just whatever.
Well, no, you should have a number in mind.
Yeah, you should definitely have a number in mind. Let's see. Fantastic Four 37. Now, this is the whole thing about selling. Now, especially when we're selling on community garage sale like that, it's just you want to be sure you make money, of course, or have a book that you're willing to take a little bit of a hit
I
on.
missed it. What book do we have?
Fantastic Four 37. First Anel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the scroll.
Royalty.
Isn't she Hulkling's mom?
Yeah, she's Hulkling's mom.
Correct.
Oh. All right, nice. Would you assign a grade to it? You say it's what kind of grade?
It's a little beat up. It's got some like, I don't know. I'd give it like a 4 maybe.
All right, so sweet. A little preview.
I'm not good at grading. I have no idea.
Be careful with these guys, Caleb. If you're going into lackadaisical, there's a guy named Hoarder's Hide in this chat. He will take you down. He'll buy that book for $1.
Yeah, the thing about this guy right here is he's trying to buy all the comic books ever made and make sure nobody else has any.
Now, fortunately for you, Caleb, you've come to the right place, and you started talking to me a week ago, and I'll treat you fair and do $2.
That's double my money. Oh my god!
Exactly. I'm looking out for you. I don't want to see you get taken advantage of by the likes of Hoarder's Hide.
I just now met you, but I'll give you $3.
Becker, you son of a bitch.
We're gonna make this an interesting one.
Sorry, Scott. You know I love you.
Scott's a good guy. Scott, what's up with my X-Men 94, Scott? Is it back from CGC yet? Oh, that's the other thing about Scott. Scott will not sell you anything. Anything. He gives great AOKs. He will not sell you everything. How did I just do that?
Is Chip watching? What did he do? What did you do to us, Chip?
I don't know how that happened.
I've never seen this before.
Chip works in mysterious ways.
What?
What do you think?
Why haven't we done this more often? Yeah, it's a bigger screen now. Hold on, go back to the other one. Does it shrink down?
Yeah, I like this one better.
Yeah, do it the other way.
Yeah.
Plus, we're at the bottom. This is great.
All right, cool. There we go. Learn something every day.
How?
I miss. This is it was an accident. Like some great things. pushes us up. Press and grade box. See, some people have storage units, closets for their comics. Scott bought a whole other building.
Building. I took over the China cabinet.
I have my stepson is about to go off to pilot school, and he has the loft above the garage because there are no basements here in Texas. Otherwise, I would have commandeered that mother jammer. So if he goes out, I am going up there with the quickness, and I am
Claiming.
yes, I will finally have space for all of my funny books.
What do you do? What do you have right now?
I'm in like this 12 by 10 office where I have stacks upon stacks of long boxes. That's why I bought the BCW boxes, because they kind of stack nice. But when I want to, I feel it close in on me every now and again. So I need to like air stuff out. I guess this is what this is all about too. So I put them off into the next living room where nobody else goes.
I got you.
But yeah, I don't want my stuff all out there. Yes, the man who just bought a $25,000 Ultimate Fallout 4.
Yeah.
The promiscuous time traveler. How are you, Kyle?
How you doing, Kyle?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hi, Kyle.
So have you made arrangements to? Did you pay by cashier's check, or was it a PayPal arrangement? How are you getting the comic book to your door?
So I sent him a message and asked him if he was willing to hand deliver it, and I may have used the word hand job in there, but not in consecutive order. But I have all my comics. I'm moving them into a storage unit, and I just ran out of space. Like there was a point where I got surrounded by it. I used to have comic boxes like up to here, like behind me, and it's just so much easier to have them somewhere else.
Now, do you have any computer-based cataloging tools such as I'm using now, or are you just?
I have photos of everything because I figured that it'd be, if anything were to happen to my collection, and I bought insurance on the storage unit as well. So I have like an actual catalog of everything that's physically mine.
You paid in gold.
But yeah,
maybe to be more of a crypto guy, I think.
Yeah.
Yo, Remy, you're right, man. This thing's fire.
What is that?
The box you sent me.
Oh, you opened it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The Q-rated mystery box.
Rated mystery box. I highly recommend it.
Fast.
Kyle,
I sent it as slow and as cheap as possible.
It was like $4.10 shipping.
Dude,
or something.
I'm a medium-sized priority mail box guy all day long.
Yep.
And this was the first time I was like, I'm sending a Gemini with nothing. And I'm going to see how much this costs. And it was like $4.
$4.16.
Each time I sent it out, and I was like, "Wow, have I been doing this wrong the whole time?" I mean, I didn't have a slab go out with it, so like, I guess with a slab, you'd have to put it in that size box.
Correct. You need to put it in the medium
Yeah,
for that.
that was one where. Well, good. I'm glad you liked it, man.
Absolutely. I only had 2 of the books, which is rather impressive.
Hey, did you make a video?
What two was it?
What?
I'm
No,
wondering what two.
even Remy knew I wasn't going to make a video.
Can you show us what we got?
Sure, if you want to. Yeah, why not? All right. So we got some Sumerian action, Conan, but like not X-rated, but like not tailored down. This is Sweet Paprika, one of my favorite series out right now. I don't even get like that. I don't know if you knew any of the stuff that I actually like. This is The Secret History, The War on Weed. This is actually a book that I have. It's a really good story, and it's over the top and about weed, which is fun. This is the other one that I had was Radio Apocalypse.
Okay.
This is a 616 exclusive. Great story so far. I'm interested to see how they wrap it up. Faithless, I have the first 2 volumes, and this is issue 1 for the 3rd volume. And then this was my favorite one, The Woods. I've been dying for The Woods. And then on the back of it was Scout's Honor.
Oh, great issue.
And then another Department of Truth. I think this is number 15 or 13. I think it's 15. No, 13. Yeah. And all this for $35. And that was the ship price. Freaking great value, great box. Anybody, I highly recommend getting a Remy Q rated box.
Thank you, sir. Timestamp 2 hours 10 minutes. Make a clip of that last 30 seconds.
I, Promiscuous Time Traveler, am of sound mind. Highly endorse Remy Q
Awesome.
Q-rated box.
I don't know why. Honestly, you got the wrong box because I stuffed yours full of Marvel and DC. I was like, this guy is Marvel and DC all the way.
This is close to.
I
as
was that
close
one
as
on
it gets,
top.
though.
I believe I put
It
that
was.
one on top just
It
to throw
was.
you off. I wanted you to open it and be like, oh.
And I'm like, Sumerian. But yeah, no, very, very awesome box.
Yep,
So
well,
Nick,
I'm glad
what are you doing with your collection?
Trimming down. I'm
Okay.
trying to, I guess.
I think everybody needs to do that, to be honest.
Yeah, isolate what I really enjoy. Isolate what I want to sell.
Mhm.
Yeah,
This curated box is stuff that I will not sell because it's stuff that I actually enjoy. But I'll sell a lot of the just if you read it and you're not that into it, why not just get rid of it, pass it along? That's the whole reason for the garage sale tomorrow.
Mhm.
Hey, so what I'm gonna do is
We have very different beliefs.
I'm gonna leave you guys like this. I'm gonna go be a dad for a few minutes, and I'll be right back.
What do you mean, Beckerman?
Just that I don't typically get rid of much. I don't sell.
I know,
anything.
yeah.
I only
That's fair.
give things away.
Do you buy multiple copies of things?
Most of the time that happens, it's by accident.
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. Sometimes I end up having like two or three of things, and I just don't really feel the need to.
There was a time where if I read something and I was just blown away by it, like the highest sign of respect to me was then I would drive back to my LCS, because back then I read everything on Wednesday. I would drive back to my LCS and pick up another copy.
Oh, wow.
The last time I did that was when I read Saga #1.
That was a very good purchase then.
Yeah, I don't
And
think
then Chew #1. I did that with too back in the day.
Now, Chew CHU or Chew CHEW?
CHEW, the first one.
I actually didn't mind CHU either. It's a decent story.
The first one's better.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying that like the other chew is like it's a good mishap because if you get one of the chews, you'll still be satisfied. Dude, I love this Faithless. Faithless is so cool.
I'm glad.
Just for the covers alone. Did you read the Secret War history on weed, Remy?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Over the top.
I'll be honest. That was one of the ones that I had gotten, and because I tried to get. I didn't know how many of those exclusives you would have had. You know what I mean? Because I tried to get books that you might not have.
Yeah, you did really good, to be honest.
But I also wanted to get some indie books. But yes, that was one that I had picked up myself. In fact, it might have been the only one that I actually went out and like bought at a store. I think any of the other ones were things that either I've picked up, either in mystery boxes or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most of these are not like the retail versions. I mean, Scout in the Woods are Department of Truth is Radio Apocalypse.
The Woods actually was the first one I grabbed for you. That was the one that we had talked about on that live stream.
Yeah.
that I was on with you, and I think you had said at the time that you hadn't read it yet, but you were interested in it, and I was like, oh well, yeah, I got to send it the woods.
That's why I was excited that
Yeah.
that you sent that one. I was like, dude, I've been looking for this.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
good. I'm glad, man. Awesome.
Thank you. I
So
appreciate
it
that
wasn't
you
a
just
troll
took the,
box after all.
I know. I appreciate that you took the time. The thing was, you missed a golden opportunity to troll the crap out of me.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. No.
Because I had just a week prior released my own mystery box where you have to fill out a survey for it. And the way that you pitched your mystery box, I thought that you were parroting my like kind of loosely like where it's the person enough so that you know their taste. I think that's my only intent.
I had talked to DJ. I don't know. Like I've always been too afraid to do a mystery box and just release it. And I'd asked DJ about it before, and I was like, what if I did just a box and like you can kind of pick your price. I was like, it's so hard because sometimes these boxes come out and they're like, this is a $300 box, and it's like, man, I don't have $300 right now. Like,
yeah,
I got $50. So that was the thing. And then he was like, oh, you mean a curated box? And I was like, yeah, I guess.
That's
why when Nick said his garage sale thing, I was like, we'll try this. Whatever you pick, I'll make sure you're overvalued.
Oh so yeah, easily. Like this came out to like
$10, and I was like, all right.
This came out to cover price minus shipping. Like this was a crazy box.
That was the deal of the day.
No. Well, hopefully we'll have some more tomorrow to do.
Yeah, no, I enjoy the crap out of making curated boxes. And I love the aspect of letting the purchaser choose their own price. Like, what do you feel comfortable with?
Yeah,
like that's the best part.
Right, do you want a $20 box or you want a $200 box?
I sold a $1 box. It was kind of a troll thing. I promised. I sent him a spawn book, but I promised double your money, and he sent me $1, and I was like, "Fine, dude, I'm gonna send you a $2 book."
Did you specifically hunt one, or did you just like?
I just grabbed. I think it was like Spawn 316 or something. Yeah, I think it was actually like a $5 book, but whatever. Yeah. Because it was a 1 in 10 sketch for Spawn 316 or something.
Oh wow!
Still,
I love me some Spawn.
Yeah, Spawn and Saga. What do they have in common?
Good question.
Oh, I don't know. I've never read Saga. I've never seen it.
It doesn't have to do with the story. They are the only two books that I know of right now that are still selling for $2.99.
Oh, really?
Spawn.
I know Spawn sells for $2.99.
Yep, and Saga does as well.
There you go.
That was interesting.
And Spawn's been has Spawn been no? It started at $1.99, didn't it? In '93.
Yes.
$1.95 it might have been.
Yeah, it was $1.95. Spawn 1 is $1.95.
See, even Thomas said the box was godly.
Oh wow! You get mad.
He got his too. There you go.
Yeah, I put these out. No joke. The mail must be on point because you all weren't supposed to get it. Kyle, I think yours was supposed to show up like Friday, like next Friday.
I got it yesterday.
Wow, that just blows me away. Like I want to. Maybe it wasn't Friday. Maybe it was like Wednesday. I think yours was like the 17th or 18th because I was like, gosh, these are going to take forever. But
no,
$4. I was like, I got to get away with that. So
yeah,
first class is on point.
Everything was in good shape.
Awesome.
I always spend when a little industry kind of note, a lot of people sell in priority mailers because it comes with the added insurance. I think they just bumped it up to $100 in insurance. That's
yes, they did.
With
I just sent Alan a thing, and it was $100 insurance.
Mm-hmm. Which is totally worth it in my opinion. And if you go through like a third-party site like Pirate Ship, it should only cost you $7.90 to ship. So, and you still get the $100 of insurance, and you do the same thing that you did, Remy. You pack it in a Gemini mailer, but you just put it into a priority mail envelope. You need to get the legal size though.
No.
So, shipping tips for all you out there.
Yes, painter's tape. Never throw away a Gemini.
Nope.
Never throw away bubble wrap.
Unless the Gemini is like freaking dinged on the corners, because that's the whole protection part of it.
Or unless you're slicing into it at 15,000 RPM.
Last thing is put pull tabs so that they're easy to grab on your painter's tape. And don't use the dark blue painter's tape because that sucker sticks way better. It's hard to get off.
I went to the Burke Fam 54 School of Shipping.
Okay. And what'd you learn there?
To encase
Encapsulate.
encapsulate with shipping tape.
Hey, Mike, you want to tell us how to wrap original art? Didn't you have a great time wrapping some original art?
Again, that video comes back to haunt me. Oh my God. It was like shame had a baby with rage. God, I was so angry at the end of that. That was the day of the infamous, I have my masters, I'm smarter than this. It really was. And then Angel read all of my comments to Remy out on the video that we're talking about, Caleb. This is that A-OK to Remy. Essentially, I just had a man baby fit while I was shipping this because I got everything ready. Like I wrapped this slab up all nice in bubble wrap, and I got my art in the thing, and I taped it to a board. It looks fucking good. And then I go to put it all in the box I had ready, and it doesn't fit the box. The art's too wide.
Oh, no.
It's like, so I have to start undoing all. I had like 72 pull tabs. Like, so I have to start taking all these pull tabs off. I had to figure out how to get the art to be smaller. I failed a second time. By the third one, I barely had any protection in there. I just said a prayer above the box and left it to the good people of the U.S. Did it get to you fine, though, right?
It did. It did, indeed, yes.
Yeah. Oh, God, I was so angry.
Was this all on a live video?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, afterwards, I typed it all out. In a confessional.
Yeah, afterwards, he let all the
Basically, I went to
message me. It was like, he pretty much said, listen here, you SOB. Because if you understand what I went through to send this.
If you only knew what I had to do to ship you this original art.
That whole situation like humiliated me. It was just a sobering moment where I was like, I am not as smart as I once thought I was.
So Nick, when you find something that you want to get rid of, what are you doing? Are you putting it into a separate folder, or?
I'm going to try to stick them in separate boxes.
Okay.
I have all of these black BCW boxes.
Okay.
That I like to keep my good stuff in.
Okay.
And keep the stuff I'm trying to get rid of in whatever regular long boxes I have.
Okay. I have 2 short drawer boxes that are just marked for sale, and I keep them stocked with random stuff that I just want to sell.
Yeah, right now I have a short box full, but I know there's a lot more that I want to sift through and clean out and get rid of.
Absolutely. And then how much of a completionist are you?
Not much.
Okay.
Like in regards to what though? What do you mean?
Let's say that you're do you like a larger series? Do you continue buying the series when it starts getting into the triple digit numbers, like a Spider-Man 100 and stuff like that, or a Batman 100?
No, the only thing that I would like to be a completion of, and I would imagine that you mean all variants of a book also?
No.
No?
That's up to your own interpretation. I know people that just collect like cover Bs of different books.
Yeah, it ties into a lot of factors. I mean, my Exo Man or War run,
Mhm.
with the first 3 volumes, it was pretty easy.
Okay.
The last volume, though, there are a lot of metal covers, and I have one. There's one that's like $800 though, and I don't know if I want to pay that for an Exo Man of War book.
Yeah, that's fair.
Only when you're ready and waiting for me, Scott. Thank you very much, though. Yeah, and I find with like the Amazing Spider-Man, I don't need to be a completionist, but there are a lot of cool covers that I want. Second printings, third printings.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you base your collection off of rarity, or just a mix of like what you like and maybe something that's a little bit harder to find?
Whatever I can find that I can afford, I'll pick up.
Cool. Oh, so eBay was super relaxed about my purchase that I made. They
What-
said no problem. They actually I had them email me the transcript, and I just walked them through everything, and she's like, I'm gonna make sure that this gets to where it needs to go. And I was like, cool. Like it was a great customer service experience, and I normally don't have those with eBay. But this particular individual just went above and beyond and helped me out. So
Yeah. So hand and job delivery.
yep. The seller, I don't know how he feels about it, because I mean, as far as his perspective is that he just sold a book that came out a week ago for $24,300 or $25,300.
If you guys don't know what Kyle is talking about, he held a watch party yesterday.
Yep.
For several of the auctions that were ending for the Ultimate Fallout 4 C2E2 exclusive.
Yeah, and
okay.
I was the high bidder on one of them for $25,300. My total was like $27,000. He really got me on shipping, man. He wanted $11.67. It's a weird number.
That's how much they're going for now?
No.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
If you know anything about me, I just do parody content online.
Oh, okay.
So it was a advantage. It was a moment that I couldn't pass up. The inner troll in myself could not pass that up. And it's just to shine light on things in a different way. And then I go into like a mini rant about how I think the industry needs to change. And then I provide a possible solution.
Okay.
I would tell you to go back and watch it, but there's a possibility it may not be there. I know it was there this morning.
I think this one might actually stay. I was pleased with it.
But it was like, what? Was it in like an hour long?
It's like 45 minutes, yeah. It was tough to stretch it. I don't know how other people do it. They just end up repeating themselves over and over again. I mean, the only topics is like bad business practices, cronyism among resellers, and then our authority agency saying that it's like a real thing and a non-altered book.
What's up, Biggie?
Hey, Biggie.
Made sure I
Biggie.
highlighted his video quickly because I don't want him to be mad at me. One of my highlights.
Thunderbolts. Whoa, is that Venom on it?
Yeah, this is Venom done by I think it's Linnell Yu.
Okay.
Oh, that's really cool.
Picked this up at Kansas City Planet Comic-Con.
Kansas City is a planet?
Yep.
Wow. Huh. Gotten bigger since I've last been there.
Iggy wants to know if there's going to be a follow-up video.
If I were to do anything, I'd just go through how eBay was super cool about cancellations and Whatnot doesn't really care.
What did you have canceled? I missed part of this.
I'm not gonna pay $25,300 for a book.
Oh, you bid one up?
I only placed one bid.
Was it
and
for a lot of money?
Yeah, it was for that final cost. It was already at 25.1, and I bid 25.3, which means that that other person had it at 25.2. So
Yeah, you know what? If you're shill bidding, you have no plans to follow up. Why stop at that number?
yeah, I guess it doesn't matter because everybody in the chat was saying 30,000 or bust. I guess I don't want to pander to it. I just
Do you know whose copy it was?
Yeah, the username was on the.
What was
I don't know
it?
the actual person. He hasn't responded to my messages.
What was his name?
Oh.
Or his username?
I have to check the.
This was another Planet Comic-Con exclusive. We Live Age of the Palladians Paul Dunn blank cover exclusive.
What issue number is that?
Number 2.
I heard We Live was really good.
The first series was. I couldn't get into this one though.
I liked the 3rd issue of the 2nd series. Mainly just because I like Humbo, but that's just me.
And if you don't know, Caleb, I don't know. Did the 2nd edition have music you can listen to while you read? Yeah. So both volumes have music. You have a QR code in the bottom that has
really
corresponding music. Yeah, that you can listen to. That's pretty awesome.
That's cool. I've never seen that before.
Oh no, issue 2 was my favorite. The one that you have up on screen was my favorite issue of that.
This one for me, I also have a Planet Comic-Con exclusive signed by everybody who I care about who was there, which I have to send to CBCS.
Were you able to find an answer to that, Kyle?
Yeah, 1 second.
I'm just curious.
So I think the way things were going, we might just segue nicely into Remy's place tonight.
At this point, yeah. I kind of thought about that at one point. That's like, damn.
I'm probably going to have to jump off here in a minute. I got to go get ready for Remy's place.
Next bunch of covers are for Radiant Black, issues 1 and 2.
Hey, what covers do you have there? That was one of my favorite series. That was my number 2 series. Oh, that's cool. That was a exclusive.
I think this is number 2. I'm not sure about the ratios on them.
That's an exclusive as well.
Montez.
That's the 1 in 25.
And this one was number 2.
That's the 1 in 25 for number 2. Yep.
Got a few others.
Those were cool. I really enjoyed Radiant Black.
Yeah, so I think I just recently stopped it.
I fell off at right after the Blacklight issue. I stopped reading.
Yeah, I think that was 11. I think.
11. Yeah.
I know I have a ton of these covers, but they're in another box.
Another series I'm collecting is Something's Killing Children.
Hey! Have you read the entire series up until now?
I'm still missing the first 5 issues. That's all I'm missing. Oh, and 16 and 17.
Kyle may have something to say about the...
Nope. Not at all. I said enough.
Yeah, in fact, I've read it. I finished the 4th volume, which was issues 16 through 20 on Comixology, but I do own all of the issues so far.
there's there's another. If you actually like Something Is Killing the Children, there is another series called Children of the Woods that I highly recommend that you watch or read. Jeez. It's a it's a trade paperback only, and it was so good. I called it a better Something Is Killing the Children.
What was that one about?
The Something Is Killing the Children or Children of the Woods?
Children of the Woods.
Similar concept actually. Monsters in the woods. Kids go into the woods. Like it's honestly what I think Something Is Killing the Children should have been. I don't want to reveal too much of it because it's a rather short story. It's just one small trade paperback. It should be like $9.99 or something. I could grab it real fast.
Yep, so there you go. Kyle's favorite series. Yeah, you know, we haven't seen that. Nice. What issue is that? Is that issue 3?
No, it's issue 1.
I hadn't seen that cover.
I know it's like a special cover. I think I found it.
This guy's always showing stuff that I don't know exists.
Wrong.
Yes.
That's you. That's you. But yeah, I think this is like a special variant of it or something. I don't know.
Hey, listen, Caleb. I don't know if you're awake. Where are you located? What state are you located in, Caleb?
I'm in Tennessee.
Tennessee. All right. So you're on the East Coast. Spine Ticks, Mr. Sith Lordly himself, a pillar of this wonderful community. Does a live show tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Fantastic show. I don't know if you've ever
I'm
been
in the Central Time Zone. I'm in West Tennessee.
Right. Okay. So Spine Ticks is on the West Coast. He does a fantastic show Saturday night. I highly recommend.
Very much recommend.
Okay.
It's great.
Also, he does a lot of his Instagram is fabulous. But also, he does a lot of card rips, sports cards. You'll see his edited stuff also during the day. If you do not, in fact.
And Caleb, if you go on there tonight, I will shout out, and you'll see me encounter a bear live on Spine Ticks, and you'll understand why I have multiple nicknames in the community.
Okay.
I will post the link in the chat.
What I normally do is I jump back and forth in between Spine Ticks and banter.
One of the most fascinating people in this community, a pillar of the community. One every new member should check out. So there you go. I put the link in the chat, definitely.
Hey,
I
Remy,
wish that
check
Spine
it out.
Ticks would be
I'll
longer,
definitely
though.
check that out.
South Dakota.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Can you make me big for a second, Nick?
Make me big.
Oh wow!
Little Night Thrasher action right there.
Night Thrasher
Dude.
4 Control, issue 3.
Like everybody has like walls of comics, and you have walls of
Crazy.
original art.
I
That's so cool. There's one comic on that wall. Oh, two comics.
Yeah, there's a few.
Nah, dude. You know what? Honestly, Sith. If I didn't believe it in my heart, I wouldn't say it. No need to pay. No need to pay.
I'm late to the Sith Lordly party, but I've been enjoying his content. I like that chap they do. Thank you, chap.
I was hanging out when it was still going till like 4 a.m.
I agree.
West Coast time, and that stuff was crazy.
Yes, just epic chats. Those guys are hilarious, knowledgeable. Everything you would want in a comic book person, those people are.
Yeah, they're a great group. What led me over there? I think Roscoe got me over there. I didn't know any of the rest of them because, like I said, I'm really insulated in this small spot I'm in.
What do you mean?
Like I just don't know about a lot of the other.
Oh, yeah. You don't know a lot. Like, it's very easy to be like, oh, Chip's on. Oh, Nick's on. Oh, Remy's on. Oh, Caleb's on. Spine is over here.
Yeah.
Like, you just know your core. Yeah.
I just know the people I know, and anyway, I was
My thing
lucky
is-
enough to find Sith and Spine Ticks, and
Yeah, there's a lot of people that bleed.
I've been following it for about a month now, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know.
Okay.
C2E2 threw me off going to that.
You get the more organized Spine Ticks, in my opinion. But yeah, it used to. You'll see some interesting things.
And yeah, Spine Ticks. That's why Beckerman is my handle. It's the Superman versus Superman argument.
Yep. But yeah, I think Sith is trying to get some new shirts for Spine Tick shirts. So
Oh, cool.
Yes, I think I need a new one.
eventually, I need to hang out with him. He lives 45 minutes away from me. And we still haven't hung out. We've known each other for like over a year now.
Why does this come up like that? Too many variants, Kyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. That was my main comment for a while when I first got into the variant scene. I don't have that many exclusive covers, but I have like a cover G of some random Dynamite book, and I bought it because I thought it was funny that it said cover G, and there are that many of the book.
Marco Mastrazo.
I mean, don't get me wrong; it's $5 art most of the times, unless it's a special cover where sometimes people charge $15 for it, sometimes people charge $85 for it.
Yep. I mean, these things come out nowadays. You pay $10 for them. Cover price.
Yeah, I'm a little. I don't know what I want to make my book as a price point.
And
I wanted.
I had a.
What's up, Caleb?
Sorry, go ahead,
What's
Jez.
his name? I had a guy who's from Tennessee. He made his own comic book and came into the store, and we sold his book for like $7 or $8. And he did a 3-run series, and I had him
cool.
sign it. It was called Jack something. Is about anamorphic rabbits. It's a pretty cool book.
How was the paper quality on it?
It was really good paper quality. It was from like this really weird indie distributor.
Yeah.
His name is I forget his name. I'd have to look him up. But yeah, he was a really cool guy.
Because the paper quality is where I'm finding myself at like Black Bolt at a impasse. Is I'm gonna have better paper quality, but it's gonna just cut into whatever kind of profit margin I want to make.
Kyle, what percentage would you say your book is done?
23.
23%?
Yeah. First 2 issues are written. Character designs are done. Storyboarding is almost halfway finished. It's only 3 issues, though. That's why I say that it's 23% done.
Do you think that 2023 will be the year?
Oh, yeah, why not? We're shooting for middle of next year. Hey, Matt Spidey.
Yes. Let's see where the conversation goes now.
Now we have 2 Aussies on the panel. This is great.
Thank goodness.
Spotty.
Who's the other Aussie?
Good day, Mike.
Right
Mike.
here.
Spotty.
That's me, Nick, and Mike.
Yes, the Spine Ticks crew is showing up. I love
Hey,
it.
Dave's here. What's up, Dave?
Wow.
Dave does some cool content with his little mini me as well.
Well, hey, fellas, I got to jump off here. I was going to stay, but now that Spidey's here.
Dang, man.
What time is Remy's
I'm
place?
kidding.
What time is Remy's place?
I think it was going to be 8:30. What time did we do it last week? Still trying to figure it out.
Whatever 10 a.m. is, whatever it is over there. For
I think
you guys.
8:30.
All right. Well, like I said, I always hop in between banter and spine ticks.
Well, I will send you the chat, sir, or the link.
Send me the chat.
I'll send you the link.
There we go.
Hey, so before you go, Remy, let me just show you the progress from when you showed up. All right, we started with a blank slate. Well, actually, we didn't show up with a blank slate. We showed up with a 4,000 comics. But
Okay, so where are we at?
this is where we're looking at now.
Are those the ones that you want to sell?
These are the ones in my personal collection box to keep forever.
That's awesome.
Ooh, you're keeping one of the Radiant Blacks. Cool.
Yeah, the Radiant Black ones I dig.
Turok.
There would be no reason to not have that book.
I'd say pretty much 85% of the way through this box. So thank you for coming
Wow,
on.
that's gonna take this. This is gonna be an ongoing thing. Then that's gonna take you a while, Nick.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna kill it once one box is done. We'll end it.
Thanks for letting me jump on here, Nick. I appreciate it.
Always appreciate you, my dude.
Fellas, it was nice hanging out with everybody. Caleb, nice to meet you, sir. And,
Nice meeting
check
you,
out
Remy.
Remy's place tonight.
I'll see you later, buddy.
Yeah, and garage sale tomorrow, Nick.
Tomorrow morning.
10 a.m.
All right, I will see
How
you all
much-
there.
How much time do you have left here, Nick? Because I'm gonna try to slab a few of my books here while we chat. Or are we
I
about
don't know.
done?
The way things are going, probably another 45 minutes.
So, do you? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna show what you're willing to sell?
Probably not tonight.
Okay,
Not now.
because I have a wallet right here.
No, we'll save it for
Whose wallet is it?
I don't know. I found it. It's definitely not mine. That's why I made that bid on that book.
Hey, you never sent me the name of that person.
I did. I put it in the private chat.
Oh, perfect.
That's his username on eBay. I don't really want to blast anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I asked is the guy I went to C2E2 listed one of his just to see if somebody would do that.
Oh, okay.
And they did.
I hope
it
it's
to
it.
him. And I just
hope it's
wondered
his.
if it's not.
Ah, man. Okay. But no, I sent him a message like explaining. I was like, "Hey, man, thanks for being a good sport. I'm gonna give you 100% feedback. I appreciate."
So yeah, I mean, it's not like he didn't know what you were doing to him.
Yeah, and I wasn't even the one that started it. I just had the last bid. I bid once.
No, I mean, you got to know if you see that book at that price. Poor Chip put one up also.
Yeah. Well, that's what actually gave me the confidence to even go and do that, is because eBay issued a "we don't sell counterfeits." And I love that they stuck to their guns and they're trying to remedy the situation. Meanwhile, Whatnot's not doing anything. So I don't know. I've been vocal about not supporting eBay, but if they're gonna be honest to the consumer and the seller, then I think that's cool. I just think Black Flag needs to come out and issue refunds.
Yeah, I highly doubt they will. Though.
I don't think they will. No,
I don't think they financially can.
no, especially with how much they're losing on not selling the other stuff too.
There you go, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it's another cool forum to hang out on, but the only thing that bothers me is that they don't have replay. So you don't know what was sold. Like I don't know. It's its own little niche. They don't have server space. That's why they can't save the replays. They hardly have enough servers to keep their app running. That's been their problem since the beginning. They grew too fast, like Pokemon Go. That's a cool Philadelphia cover.
Yeah, like the one too I put before that, done by Jay Lee. It was one of those. I know I'll never read it,
Yeah.
but I mean, look at that cover. What's up?
Jay Lee's a hard guy to get a hold of, to be honest. Great artist, though.
Yeah, I actually have Something That's Killing the Children Octo at CBCS whenever that comes.
Absolutely, Zerbinski. It's hard to find some like random books, but then there's that random eBay seller that's out there selling this like book you've never heard of for $1.
Speaking of which, I heard of one yesterday, and this kind of blew my mind. But one of the people at the con said there's a Mexican edition of Amazing Spider-Man where he marries Gwen instead of Mary Jane. Did you hear about that one?
I did not.
Yeah, it's I can't remember what number it is, but there is a different spin on an original story that they made him.
Yeah,
they actually made him marry Gwen, and she never
wasn't
dies.
it because they kind of went outlaw for a little bit and just kind of did their own thing with the story?
Yeah, it was after the. It was sort of. I think it was replaced part of the when Gwen dies. That part of that storyline that they actually changed it, and he actually saves her, and then they get married.
Yeah, and that's the other cool thing about being in this whole YouTube thing. I find out about stuff that I never known about.
Absolutely.
You probably heard it from Southern, because Southern's a massive international comic variation collector.
Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, yesterday I met SCG for the first time.
In person?
I didn't look for him in particular. I looked for the wagon he carries along with him.
The wagon?
When I tell you he's got like a utility cart that's probably 2 feet wide by 4 feet long, and he literally fills it with comics.
He's out there getting. He's the guy. He's the guy that you have to wait behind while he gets 15 signatures done.
And he had some awesome art pieces yesterday. He had this one Justice League piece that was just fantastic.
That dude has dove like full body into art collecting.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Probably the wrong.
I didn't know that side of him.
Yeah, when I first got involved,
Superior Spider-Man,
with this YouTube thing, he was somebody that reached out and asked me a few questions about art. He has far surpassed me.
Wow. Okay, cool. Good for him. Southern Comic Geek's a good guy. Also,
Yeah,
Joe, they changed the label to accommodate the spelling error. And that's all they did.
All right, guys, I gotta get off here. I'll see you later, okay?
All right, Caleb, I'll shoot you a link tomorrow if it's possible, okay?
Okay, nice meeting you.
Thanks for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Haney's first appearance.
Yeah.
First full appearance.
First full appearance.
Wait, is this I don't know, man. This might be a cameo.
Not a cameo.
Oh, no, he interacted.
Multiple segments.
Okay. Got it. How many panels
This
was
is
he
my
on?
first full appearance on Nick's show.
Ooh, Crimson Rain. That's another good one.
Yeah, I've never been on your show. Well, you don't do a lot of lives.
Those are all the Raza covers, right? The red
Yeah,
ones.
I don't do a lot of long lives.
Yeah. Or like
I
hanging
like
out
Crimson
live, should I
Rain.
say?
Sith, if you're still in the chat, I am enjoying the crap out of Crimson Rain, and I know that you don't like it, but I like it.
And Two Nerds is way too early in the morning. I struggle to get up for Slab Hub / only slabs at 4:30 a.m. But Nix is on at like 2:30 a.m.
Jesus. Fair enough. And don't get me wrong, I love the old Dark Horse Star Wars too, Sith.
Come on. Hey. Crazy cat.
Just get mauled on stream.
Yeah, pretty much.
5 of those.
Okay, cool. So we'll meet in some kind of prolific middle ground where I love the Dark Horse stuff, and I'm just enjoying the crap out of Crimson Rain.
Yeah, I wish I could stay up later. I would definitely. I'd be hitting Sith up for the link a lot if I could stay awake.
If you can get in there, it's usually a pretty stacked panel.
Yeah,
There's been like 1 or 2 slow nights where I was able to sneak an appearance in.
I'd be bugging him like a week prior to let me in. I mean, who needs Roscoe anyway? TM? Come on, we don't need TM.
Wow.
I need like a lot of Roscoe.
I was gonna say I need more Roscoe.
I'll take Roscoe every night.
By the way, Roscoe on the community garage sale tomorrow.
Oh yes, okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna get Roscoe late at night and then Roscoe early in the morning. I'm into it.
I don't know if there'll be any break in between.
Ooh.
Knowing him, he doesn't need one.
Oh, I've got this cover ready.
I'm gonna be
You would have been too
organizing
busy on this,
comic
Beckham.
books.
You should have watched Only Slabs.
Oh, I heard they had a big giveaway.
No, it wasn't necessarily the giveaway. It was more the fact that Man Cave was doing FF books.
Ooh.
He was doing all FF. He started with first Terrax, and he ended.
Oh yeah.
And he ended with FF1
That's a good place to end.
in a 4.0.
Ooh.
He was showing like more mid 40s, 50s, like in 8.5s and 9s and stuff like that. And they're just like Chris is like he needed to change his pants after it was finished.
That Terex, I have several of those.
You can send one my way. I still haven't got that.
You don't? I probably could if I ever made it to a post office.
That's all right.
I've
been getting into a few more older books, a few more older FF books, but they're just so hard to come by over here at reasonable pricing.
Terex the Tamer. Dude, you know why I like him though, right, Spidey?
Why you like Terrax?
Yeah.
Because he's like total opposite to Silver Surfer?
No. New Warriors issue 1, first villain they battled.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about that. I've got a few FF first appearances, but not many.
I'm currently slabbing that Marvel editor-in-chief book I put together, Spidey.
Oh, nice.
That Captain
So
America
for those of you that don't know, like Sith probably hasn't seen any of my stuff. I've been putting this together for over 2 years now. I've got all Marvel editor-in-chiefs. I have Jim Shooter, I have Roy Thomas, Joe Quesada, and I just got CB Cebulski at C2E2 after a panel. He actually took a picture of this project and said it was really cool, and that if anybody else was attempting to do it, that he hasn't signed it yet. So, yeah, pretty cool book. I really enjoy it. It's a little one of my projects that keep me busy right now. But I'm gonna slab it for now because I'm done going to cons for the year.
Can I show you my project book?
Yeah, what's your project book, buddy?
Here. Storyboards, the unseen art of Hollywood.
Ooh.
So this is a bunch of storyboard artists just riddled the entire book. There's like hundreds and hundreds of them. And then I'm going through and a lot of them are like unnamed, but the ones that are named, I'm finding them at conventions and having them sign right above their artwork in the storyboard book. And I have about like 15 people or so that have signed it. So I have like 50 more or 60 more. It's been a year in the making so far. But I didn't go to San Diego Comic-Con this year, and I don't think Sith went either. I think we both passed on it. But here's William Stout, if you know William Stout.
Oh, is that the Rutger Hauer movie?
The Hitcher.
Rutger Hauer is C. Thomas Howell?
Yeah, that'd be Rutger Hauer.
I don't know who Rutger Hauer is.
Blade Runner?
Is he an actor?
Blade
I don't know
Runner.
actors'
Yeah,
names.
He was an actor.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm not good with the
You would
names of
know who he
actors.
is.
Yeah, if I saw him, yeah.
Kyle?
Yes.
I'll slap some acetate on them. I'll give them to you for $5,000 a piece.
All right, deal. I have a gentleman's bet with Tyler where he said that they will sell out of their acetates at Boston Fan Expo, and I said that they wouldn't.
You're gonna win because they're not selling anything at Fan Expo.
So yeah, I got to figure out. He said that he would give me all of his Austin LeMay art.
Oh.
And I'm like, nah. I was like, and it's on stream, so I don't know how he's gonna get out of this. But I'm gonna.
If anybody could weasel his way out, it'd be Tyler.
Oh, I'm gonna settle on something else, but yeah.
Don't settle. Take them to the bank.
What? No,
Clean 'em
look,
up.
I'm literally sitting on Austin LeMay art. I'm fine.
You can take that to the bank.
Yeah, I agree. He should know who Rutger Hauer is.
Mm.
Oh
If
yeah,
it's-
I
Tell
if
just
you're,
Tyler he needs to bet with his head, not over it.
Kyle's a bit younger than us too. Don't forget, Nick.
it's just I just turned 30.
Yeah, if he was watching movies in the '80s, like us three, then you'd know who Rutger Hauer is. Especially,
I just don't know names.
Come on, Blind Fury. Come on.
That's right.
I wish
love
that
that
I knew
movie.
names of the actual like actors and things, but I have no idea.
I
I'll
know
know
more.
their character name first.
I know more about actors from like the '70s and '80s and stuff like that than I do from like the most recent ones. Like people mention actors' names now, and I'm like, who was that person?
Thank you, K-pop. I appreciate it. Freaking K-pop and one of my friends, Shutterduck, were the first people to message me.
Oh shit! Happy birthday, Kyle! I did not know.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. No.
Oh yeah.
Into the dirty 30s.
Yep. I don't know. I don't think it means anything. I'm not a big person that celebrates birthdays.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I mean, I like this is how I'm drinking and hanging out with you guys.
It's just like yesterday bled into today, and I remember you saying it yesterday.
Yeah, and today is gonna blend in tomorrow morning. We'll still be hanging out.
At this point, I'm aiming to make it through all of Spine Ticks. I have a bad habit of falling asleep watching it. My wife gets mad because my phone's just going off in bed there.
That's true. As a time traveler, age means nothing to me.
Oh, I'm trying to. What was that?
Oh dang! Oh, that's the Virgin, right?
I am the toe cutter. I can't remember the line. He's trying to think of
Which one was that, Nick?
This is the trade dress. I don't have the Virgin.
Okay.
Of
Thank you,
course,
Thomas.
I don't have the real one, like some other panel members do.
I don't have any yet.
There we are. Where did I see it?
What are
I
we
have,
talking about?
I have an entire run of 1 through 6 of Ultimate Fallout 1 in 25.
Oh, that damn book.
I will eventually get one day. Even if it's a second print, I will still get one.
I
I'd
can
love
get
the
you a
first.
number 1, no problem.
I'd love a first print, but it's just too expensive. I'd rather spend $1,000 on bloody, an old school book.
Oh no, those are second prints. I think second prints are going for like 200.
I've only ever seen one second print here that was reasonably priced, and that was, I think, 300. And I was about $100 short because I'd already blown my money on Silver and Bronze Age books.
Ah, okay.
That was my one and only chance I had. Beck didn't have any money, so I couldn't ask her. So I missed my opportunity.
There's a G cover, 4G.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
I enjoy Miles Morales though, so I'm fully on the hype train for the book itself.
Yeah, I'm caught up too. I thought it was pretty good. I like his villains. Villains are pretty good.
They lost me for a little bit during the whole clone thing.
Wouldn't be a Spidey book without Clone Wars or Clone something.
Fair.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Trev, it's honestly just because of that stupid line last week.
Yep.
It's all Chip's fault.
As we said, I was in that line too, dude, and I've produced 0 videos on it. So
Yeah, but we can expect that.
I think I was telling Nick earlier. I think I'm the last person that was in that line that's on YouTube that has no content for that line.
Shoot, I have content on it.
I'm gonna take Elijah with me.
I don't know if you're into that sort of stuff. I don't have a problem with people making. Just not going to be me.
I'm just glad I'm not big on those, those type of exclusive things like that.
I was in that line for another person. He got his book. It's on its way. Actually, it might arrive today. I was in that line for Alan. Alan reached out to me. Alan's my co-host. Of course, I'm going to send that. I said, out of all the 30, I think I have it down to where I know I've been to around 30 some cons. The one time I don't go to Artist Alley, straight off after the doors open, this happens. So lesson learned, universe. Lesson learned.
And I just love the fact that you said Alan is my co-host.
Oh, whatever. No. You guys need to stop giving me the fucking the biz about that. Whatever. No. I'm Alan's co-host.
I literally consider you the grammar police, Beckerman.
Whatever. Yeah, you should not, because I'm an idiot.
You were trolling freaking panel members right before their panel.
When?
Weren't you walking up to what was his name?
No, he was hunting.
I saw a snippet of you at a panel.
Oh yeah, me and Ryan. What's his?
Ryan Otley.
Otley, yeah. We were just having fun. I wasn't trolling him. He asked for my help.
And he said he didn't use Bing, so I told him to F off.
Yeah. That was all because Chip and I were talking about Tyler. And so when he said something about, oh, somebody here has Google, I was like, no, I use Bing. And then he laughs, and then all of a sudden he goes, wait a sec. Did you just say you use Bing?
Yeah, like Chandler.
And he shouted it at me.
Oh, I love that cover.
But I blame Tyler, man. I was using his bit. And... Oh, well.
All those early Jim Lee covers were freaking awesome.
Gotta love Jim Lee. The guy who started me art collecting. If only I knew what he was getting me into.
I wish I was collecting art when the one and only time he did come to Australia, but it was about 5 or 6 years prior to me collecting art. And he was doing free head sketches and
Yep.
busts and all that sort of stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, that sucks. And the stupid thing is that the booth that actually was hosting him is actually good friends of mine who I probably could have got something better than just a head sketch.
Oh man, coulda, shoulda, woulda, huh?
I didn't know
Yeah.
how big of an X-Men fan you were, Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was-
I tried several times to get back into the current run, but it's a lot of like you need the backstory on it.
Okay.
Wasn't X-Men your main focus, Nick? Like mine's Spidey, yours was X-Men, or
Yeah, like
I believe so, yeah.
X-Men 94 through 200 is what I like to collect.
Yeah.
And some ASM stuff.
Hmm.
And then this guy.
I collect a lot of art books.
That's what that Man of War or whatever he's called.
Yeah, XO Man of War.
Exo Man of War. I got some interesting Exo Man of War books that you might be interested in.
Yeah, send me some pictures, dude.
Is he Valiant?
He was Valiant, yeah.
He was a very valiant individual.
Wasn't that a Jim Shooter creation? Or am I thinking of somebody else for Valiant?
This is Bob Layton, I think.
Yeah, but Shooter would have been the writer, not the artist.
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
Yeah, man, they were hard to let go. I like these.
Finally framed it.
The Perez.
Yeah.
Let's see it again, Mike. Listen, make sure you just bubble wrap it extra tight, okay?
Yeah, when I send it to you.
Yeah.
That'll be about a week from never.
I'll put it in my
You
calendar.
know, Never's not too far away, to be honest.
I'll send it out. I'll send out the Night Thrasher and Spidey and Darkhawk piece the time you send it to Nick.
Don't you dare tease me, Spidey.
A week before Never or a week after Never?
Week after Becca's Never.
So Spidey, I can say I'll send you an Ultimate Fallout 4 first print.
I don't do facsimiles, but I appreciate it.
No, it's not a facsimile, homie.
No, I don't. How much do I?
He's
how
not
much do I have to
coming
pay
off
for that?
that.
That's expensive.
You can send Mike the piece you just mentioned, and he can send me that piece I just looked at.
Oh God.
It's a 3-way trade.
Wow, that's a pretty complex one.
Future considerations.
Honestly, I just like giving Spidey a hard time.
Because he knows I
about
don't sell anything.
Oh, I
Or
know
give-
he's not going to sell it, but I just find new ways to work it in, and he'll every time, like in the beginning especially, he'd be like, "Fuck you."
I actually had a random message on Facebook because I still have a lot of my older pieces posted on my Facebook. Yeah, because that's what I used to do before YouTube and IG.
Yeah, that's where I was at before.
And I had a guy randomly message me. He's messaged me before, actually wanting to sell me a Clayton Crane original, and he actually wanted to buy one of my Del Otto originals. And I'm just like, dude, I do not sell any of my art.
I was on Friendster selling comic books.
I don't know what that is. Is that like a real thing?
Is that like a new hipster version of MySpace?
No, definitely predated most of these. It was like a little bit after AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, Friendster.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that one.
Nope. Yeah. So Jim Shooter, Steve Englehart.
Right. So you were okay. Cool.
Oh, so what was I right then?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
You
Weird how that happened. I'm so humble, right?
I'm so humble.
Well, that's right. I was going to have a look at those FF books.
Oh shoot, is Jade in the chat? Thanks, man.
Cool.
So what have I got? I got First Airwalker, even though that didn't last very long.
Airwalker.
Ivar from you talking?
I think he's talking about the Marvel character, right?
Or
Yeah,
Gabriel?
Yeah, FF 120.
Yeah.
This is the chip that I know. The
Yeah, he ended up
angry, the
becoming a
angry
new
chip.
Warriors villain.
The inappropriate angry chip. That's the chip that I know. Everybody
First,
says he's a.
first Overmind. I don't think Overmind's a major character, is he?
No.
No.
Yeah, Airwalker showed up in issue 5 or 6 of New Warriors.
Yeah, because they killed him off in the early FFs. He was like 1-2, bang, like one issue appearance.
Yeah, he was
and
an
then second
Inhuman, right?
I used to get made fun of in middle school because I wore airwalks.
First appearance of Kree Intergalactic Century. Whatever. I do have First Blastar because I like him as a villain. He's an awesome villain.
I'm sorry, Blastar?
Yeah, Blastar.
Yeah.
What? These names are wild. What did Airwalker do? What was his powers?
I assume he manipulated the air.
So he's like Avatar?
Yeah,
Aang?
I guess.
Kind of. My earliest FF book is number 22.
22.
But yeah, everything's very random.
I've got the first Blastar 2. My ASM brother. It says Freaky Louie.
Straight from the evil lair.
Pocan Joe.
You're not dabbling
That's
in
fine.
educate, are you, Joe?
Sign language, Joe.
He can't hear us. He's just going to be in the background showing us stuff. Yeah,
No,
we got you, Joe.
can.
He understands.
All right. I'll put it back to low. This one I'll be on the lookout for too again. Chip, this is the one you picked me up at Heroes Con. Pressed out beautifully, but centerfold is detached.
Oh, no.
I gotta find one.
Just glue it back together. It'll be right.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good. Hey, there we go, Joe.
How you doing, Joe? What are you working on in there, Joseph?
Today we have a big game hunter who has commissioned me to make some penetrators for him because he's going on a big game hunt, so he needs a little
Oh yeah, I still want to run limb piece.
to his pew pew seeds.
I could get behind some good penetration.
So we're custom making them a set.
Cool.
All right, so this is the results of box number 1 in the books.
Woohoo!
Nah, you know what? That I would have did the same thing. I wouldn't have found out until I got home anyway. So no worries.
All right, so it's Dazzler, Crow, cool, some cool books.
This is 99% being kept.
Wow, so
it's a very eclectic lot.
Yeah, this one right here is on the wish list. I do not have this one as of yet.
Okay.
What is that?
Let's see what else.
John Wick. Bunch of Moon Knight. I like that new Avengers. Oh, I think that's what they used for the trade paperback. Got some hip hop variants. Got a couple hip hop variants.
Shogun Warrior, nice.
I've got that Silver Surfer. That's the volume 1. Volume 2, number 1.
This one, yeah, volume 2.
I just sold my Spawn. More hip hop variants.
Coming in
Remy,
for the end of it. Coming in for the end of it. I'm a little mixed on what to do with this one. I thought I might have kept it for a cover, but I'm starting to fall out of love with it. And it's not an amazing Spider-Man; it's a symbiote Spider-Man, so I might not keep
Just
it.
send it to me. That'll be all right.
I was gonna say, yeah, you got to get rid of it immediately.
It's gonna go.
Maybe it'll be on the garage sale tomorrow.
Galactus the Omega.
I'm sending something to Mad Spidey anyway, so
There might be this one on sale tomorrow. I have a slab 7.5.
Nice.
These facsimiles,
What are they called?
facsimiles,
Facsimile.
Facsimile.
Faxi smiles.
Right, faxi smiles. I like that one. These are in the for sale list, but that'll wait.
Is that
I
the like
did,
$25,000 book?
Yeah,
Ooh, I like that. I like
this
that
is the
Venom.
real one. This one is for sale also.
It was that Gwenom versus Carnage. That looked like
Which one?
the one on the right below the Ultimate Fallout. That one.
This one here?
God.
The Venom,
below.
the Gwenom one.
That one is King in Black. This one is Venom 35.
No, I know. Like one row down, immediately under the Ultimate Fallout. Right there.
The two
This one
Gwenoms.
here.
What's that one?
Venom 35?
Who's on the cover?
That's Gwenom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Masked and unmasked.
Gotcha.
Flo,
That's
yes,
not
I did get your package. You will be able to see that unboxing in a future episode of Alan Ruin Beckerman.
Are you actually related to him?
Do you believe I am?
Are you right?
No. Wait, I'm just trying to get personal information for when I enact my plan.
I'm his I'm his kayfabe uncle.
Got it. Okay, cool. Because I just see it in chats all over the place. I don't know if I have a lot of fake cousins because we just like each other. That's a cool book. I like both
Flo
of
is
those.
my heir.
Sorry, I'm a Spider-Gwen kind of fanatic.
All right, I think I'm gonna go prepare my body for tonight's Remy's place.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to close it. I think you guys have helped me through box number 1.
What the heck
I
is
don't know
this?
if we helped, but
This
distracted, yes, we did.
Absolute Carnage.
drew it out for a little bit longer.
The Mike Del Mundo variant.
That's cool. I love design covers.
Yeah, they can be a little hit and miss sometimes.
All right, see you later, guys.
Yeah, when
Nick,
the-
it's
when
been
the-
real.
when the
Thanks for
design
letting me
sucks.
crash.
You're the best, Mike.
Thanks for coming
Later.
by.
Enjoy preparing your body.
Yeah,
That sounded
I
so
think
wrong.
that's it.
I mean, Joe came in hot with the penetration.
Always comes in hot with the penetration. That's why he's married.
5 minutes saving.
I think that's it, guys.
Cool.
3.5 hours almost to get through one box. I got 10 more boxes to go.
Jesus.
No, 13 more boxes to go.
Is this going to be an ongoing series now, Nick?
It may be. It depends on what I'm doing Saturdays.
Nice.
That's why I did mine during my Christmas holidays and just did it on my phone. I just did it through all the live streams.
I gotta
Scan
go
them
through all
all.
my indie boxes and organize them. I'm doing it by category though. It's gonna take me a year.
So it was fun. It was cathartic. Like I said, 13 more boxes to go. And I have not even counted the slabs yet. So,
Uh-oh.
but yeah.
Still
that was
rather
fun.
productive. Absolutely.
Yeah, and always fun to hang out with you guys. We had a first appearance of Mr. Caleb Haney, new member into the YouTube community. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
You
What's
got
in the
for,
box?
for your garage sale tomorrow.
Yeah, this is, I think, leading up to that so I can start isolating stuff that I want for the garage sale tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Austin LeMay selling number 2 of Something is Killing the Turtles. I have number 5. Kyle, what number is that?
20 out of 25.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. So,
Do you want me to slap it in acetate and we can?
I want everything acetated.
now, is acetate, since we got Joe on, we'll put Joe on the spot.
What's that?
From a scientific perspective, what are the benefits of acetate?
Acetate is nothing more than a projection molecule that's done. It's more of a process than it is a thing. So here's an example. So like this is plexiglass. This is what I made, right? That's garbage. This would be acetate. This is in your computer screen. The only thing acetate really does is just reprocesses old recycled plastics.
That looks awesome.
That's all acetate is.
I feel like I'm about to jump into the future or the past.
Dude, yeah, that looks awesome.
But remember, if you ever had a teacher that had an overhead projection, that thing you put on down, that's just an acetate sheet.
Yeah.
Got it. And it just reflects the. Okay, cool.
It doesn't protect from the sun or anything. It's a plastic dust cover.
Okay.
It's nothing special.
I think I speak for myself, the panel, and those members in the chat. You're a nerd, Joe.
I like the plexiglass.
Yeah, plexiglass would actually be valuable, or a tempered glass cover. That would be like huge. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a future project. All right, guys. I think we'll kill it here. Give everybody time to rest up for the long haul tonight. Remy looks a little bit chilly, so he may drape himself in a blanket or two.
That's great.
But love you guys in the chat. Definitely love you guys in the panel. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Oh, we got a celebrity in the chat. Wow.
All hail Chip.
I'm so happy you guys have gotten us little people.
Awesome.
Let's see where Chip is at.
Is he at 750?
He might be.
I was half tempted to just put my 2 cents worth in and see if it did anything to my channel, but I doubt it very much. It's too late now.
It would.
Chip is stagnated for the past 20 minutes at 740 subscribers.
Nice.
So he's got 300 subscribers in a week.
Right. Any video he has with C2E2 in it has 1,000 views, 3,000 views,
Jesus,
1,000 views, 6.7 thousand views.
And that would have been the first one.
First one.
The one that broke the community. Broke the internet.
Good on you.
That's awesome.
All I did was ask the guy for a comic book.
I just surpassed Austin yet again. I am currently leading in subscriber count.
The epic struggle between good and evil. All right. Thanks, guys. Check Remy out tonight on Remy's Place. Check us out tomorrow on the community garage sale where Austin LeMay's number 2 of 25 Something is Killing the Turtles will be on sale starting at just $1.
Yeah. And I'm going to have a piece of Star Wars history going up. I'm kidding.
Really?
We're going to try to sell Chip.
Not on my channel. You're not. All right. We'll check you guys later. Thanks for coming out. See you soon. Peace.